POI.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
Better, but it's still a little low, I think, compared to everyone else.
Slight chance of seeing some sprinkles out there. That's going to continue into your evening hours with our overnight.
There we go. Yeah, I think so. I think we're good.
For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Ski Pro. Gear up for Father's Day at Ski Pro's water sports sale. Surfboards, wakeboards, foil boards, and more. All on sale for 10 days starting this Friday. Don't miss out. Come and save at Ski Pro.
Calling all sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing and is powered by the injury attorneys Lerner and Roc. In Iraq and need a check? Make one call.
You're live.
Call 602-977-1900 and always online at lernerandrow.com. Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on Fox Sports 910.
Good Thursday to you. Nice overcast Thursday. Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Jax, and Richie with you today till 4 o'clock. We're at the Twin Peaks in Scottsdale. We will be here till 4 o'clock, and it is a BOGO Bone-In Wings Thursday at all 5 Twin Peaks. As you get, that means BOGO means buy one, get one, and it's in the Bone-In Wings. All you can do is buy a large soda or a large beer, and you get yourself a free BOGO. As we're in a new area at Scottsdale's Twin Peaks. We're normally, when you first walk in, right to the next to the bathrooms. That's how much they feel we are. So they moved us to this area, which is closer to the patio, which is overlooking the 101. And they just sat a bunch of guys next to us, and they obviously don't want to be next to us, so they have just resat them. So I don't know if that's a sign that no one wants to be next to us or listen to us, which I can totally understand.
I get that,
but and look at it at the back of your head, Jimmy B. So anyway. But this is a much better view for us. We get to look right at the bar, and the nice young ladies at the bar.
Got the TVs, got everything, like the golf tournament going on, got baseball going on. They basically have a going on out here at Twin Peaks.
So again, BOGO, buy one, get one on their Bone-In Wings all day today at all 5 locations. Again, just got to purchase a drink, a large beer or a soda, or iced tea, and you get yourself the Bone-In Wings, buy one, get one. So not a bad deal. They don't do that very often, maybe once or twice a year, so take advantage of it at all 5 Valley locations. D-backs last night, they got rocked for 8 runs as they fell to the Angels 8-3. The rubber match is set for tonight down at Chase. That's one of the big stories locally, at least. The Cards, they wrapped up their mandatory mini camp today. We'll talk to Howard Balzer later in the show, get his take on some of the big takeaways he has had. And then on the national level, it's got to be the U.S. Open. Patrick Cantlay right now -5 in the clubhouse, currently taking the lead in this one. Tiger Woods struggled in his first day. He was 4 over, not very happy. It was great with the driver, but struggled with his irons. This course is tough in the sense that you got to be accurate with your irons, especially around the greens, as the greens have a lot of runoff. So it's a tough track there. And Steve Jones will join us a little bit later. He can probably break that down a lot better than a 14 handicap like myself.
and I, for about a second there, for about 3 or 4 minutes, I thought that the Mavericks might actually win a game, and we might extend this playoff. And
great comeback.
Hell of a comeback. I mean, you're not.
It wasn't. How's it a comeback if you don't win?
They were down.
Can you call it a comeback if you don't win? Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no?
No, because
Simple question.
No.
It's no.
It's not.
So
it's a no, but you didn't let me finish.
I'm not asking for a finish. I'm asking for a one-word answer.
No, it's not.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, ask
Jimmy
me a
B,
question. Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
You having a good day? First time, long time?
Always. First time, long time. Yes, that's me.
Do you have to win the game for it to be a comeback?
No.
Okay, thank you. Moving on.
The point that I was going to make, when you're trailing by 21 and you outscore the opposition, it was like 20-2 in that run.
But that's not a comeback.
That is a comeback, and your best player fouls out with over 4 minutes remaining, and you trail by 3.
So, Manuch, hey, congrats. We lost the game, but that was one hell of a comeback. That was a great
So both
comeback.
of you guys said comeback. Great comeback. Manuch, you started it.
I did.
So you can't moonwalk now because I have a feeling you're going to moonwalk.
No. I said the comeback to get back into the game was phenomenal. You're down by 21. Also, the only thing you're dang near going to tie it. But I was going to echo what Jimmy said. Then you lose your top dog to a blocking foul. Seriously?
And it wasn't a foul?
Okay, yeah.
Was it a foul, yes or no?
They played on through the foul. It was kind of like he hit, he moved away.
Foul's a foul.
I get it. But I know. But here's the
everybody's bitching about that today,
I know,
and even he was in the presser. But come on, the
But-
foul's a foul. Sorry, it happened to be a 6.
It is. I'm with you.
He also had a stupid foul earlier.
He did.
Right after an inbound pass.
Yes.
He got a reach in, so I blame him for fouling out.
Well, I mean, just call it laziness, call whatever. But I think that's unfortunate because they're making this run.
There was no laziness. That was a blatant foul.
Move your feet or get out of the way. One of the two.
It's a foul.
Oh, it was a foul. Okay, good.
Thank you.
I'm surprised they called it as a ticky-tack foul. It's kind of like, okay. But, it was like the Iowa game, the women's game, when the one gal came and set the pick. They call it game-winning foul.
Yes, that
game-winning
is
free
correct.
throw shot.
Yes.
But again, I thought for a second they're down by 21 being Dallas. You're like, oh, it's over. Is Boston going to sweep these guys?
Yes.
But I will say this. Jason Tatum, he was big boy ball last night. He and Brown, they were the guys that stood up, made it happen. And the thing about Boston is they just never lose their poise. They're just kind of, all right, you guys are up by 8. You're up by 12 early on in the game. You bring it back to basically almost tied up at the end of the first half. Then Boston came out, made some adjustments. They scored 35 points.
Yeah.
And you D'd up on this Dallas Maverick team. You outscored them 35-19. That's where this game was won. But again, it got close to the point of, okay, just a couple of threes. And you're like, no, you can't be fouling out, Luka. You just can't. You got to be more responsible than that. And more than anything.
I'm with you on being more responsible, but Rock is correct. A foul is a foul, and the official was standing right there and called it. Look, it was stupid for Doncic to even be in that position because he knew he had 5 fouls.
Here's the other thing, too. I'm sure Jason Kidd gets frustrated when Luka takes a shot, misses, as he complains to the officials. Everybody goes by him.
Yes.
And he's yelling at him, get back, get back. And again, you look at that and you go, they showed a couple times where Luka was complaining and the play went right by him.
That is right.
And then on top of that, they attacked him offensively. They kept coming at him and going, okay, if you're hurt, either that or you dish it off. And good to see Kyrie Irving finally get off the schneid with his 35 points he had. But it's funny how these announcers or the play-by-play guys as well as the color guys point out, look what's going on. See these easy buckets? It's because of complaints by Luka and him not getting back. And on top of that, just wearing his butt out on the offensive side and allowing somebody else to take the shots.
That is the biggest gripe that everybody has right now about Doncic. He is a fabulous basketball player, one of the best right now in the entire world. But all he does is bitch. And when you're playing a highly competitive NBA Finals like this, you don't really have time to do that because Manucci made a good point. Time and time again, he would gripe and the play would go right past him and go the other way, and he would be the last guy down the court.
And what also hurt them was the turnover. 17 turnovers again in that game. Opportunistic turnovers at the right time, especially they're making that run, try to get back into this game. They had a couple of bad turnovers. So, I don't know. Could it be a sweep? I hope not.
I think the key was, in watching the game was when some of the stars were out, specifically Tatum, when Hauser and Tillman Sr. stepped up. I mean, I thought the play of the bench is when they were playing the best. When they were in, the game was close. They brought the other guys back in. That's when the Mavs came back. So they stacked up so well. And we said this going into the series that Boston had a better team, much deeper, and it proved last night. I mean, Hauser was 3 of 4 for the three-point land. They were hitting their threes. He also had 3 boards for that guy, as well as Tillman. He had 4 rebounds. So I think those 2 players were really the key, especially with Porzingis out. I thought that was the key. Those guys stepped up.
I saw a stat because everybody was talking about trying to get minutes for Tim Hardaway Jr., and he came in and he put up an offer in the 19 minutes that he played. I saw a stat going back to May 18th. May 18th, he has not scored a basket. How can that happen when you're a professional
Jimmy,
basketball player?
You were singing the praises of him
I
to get him back in the game.
I did.
You were like, hey, where's Hardaway? Where's the three-point shooting? Well, 0 for 3 and then 0 for 5 overall. And then a couple of, oh, my goodness, really bad passes.
Yes.
A couple of bad shots. He went one to the rack, and he just threw it up. He had nowhere else to go with the ball. And they showed Jason Kidd. I kind of went, well, maybe that's why Hardaway
is not in there.
But I agree with you, Rock. I think the bench really came alive. How about Lively coming off the bench and him, having some decent minutes? But yeah, they making that run. He just got, can they finally bring it together? And then a couple key misses there at the end by Irving hurt him. Tough to come back from 21 points.
Well, the series is over.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that's on a Friday, so it'll be Friday night, and then it'll be all over. So on Monday's show, we'll get to move ahead and start talking draft.
Yeah, the NBA draft. Yeah, draft. And then more football after the mini camps.
Right in your wheelhouse, Manuch.
The mini camp's over as Jonathan Gadden gave him the last 2 days off as far as on the field, but they had their mental reps in the classroom. So
Celtics are just that team this year. They've won 10 straight.
Yes.
10 straight in the playoffs.
Yep.
And I think that
this is their year. Let's just move on and give them the credit they deserve.
Yes.
They've put together a hell of a team. They picked up some good picks late. Getting Holiday was an amazing pickup, and I think they deserve all the credit in the world.
You imagine if the Suns were able to acquire Holiday instead of Bradley Beal?
Yeah, that would be great.
What a difference that it would have made on that team. But it is what it is, and that is why we did a thing yesterday about front office people and how well, because we were talking about the passing of Jerry West and how great he was as a front office executive. What you're seeing right now are the Boston Celtics and their front office and what they have done to assemble the team that they have.
So good. Stevens goes from college to the
Brad
sideline,
Stevens, yep.
And he goes to Jinyam. I mean, very. You look at Danny Ainge when he's the one that brought the big three into Boston, and won there. It's just guys knowing the game and know what it takes for that chemistry as far as having the right kind of people. And anymore, who are the best shooters in college, who are the best shooters in the league in order to go ahead and make those runs and either win a game or take off in a game or get back into a game, which we saw yesterday.
So here's what's on tap today. We're going to catch up with Rick Horrow, the sports professor. We're going to talk about the Big 12 as they are going to commercialize the conference. He will join us from the U.S. Open. We also will have Ben Walters. Who's Ben Walters? Well, he's in the Wisconsin Hall of Fame as a golfer. He is 50-plus years old, and he is qualified for the Senior Open. So we're going to catch up with him since there's some golf talk today. I got some talk in regards to the Aaron Rodgers saga, which is going on. I know we tapped into that a little bit yesterday, but I'm going to expand on it since I didn't get an opportunity yesterday to talk about it. Steve Peters will join us talking some puck. Steve Jones, speaking of U.S. Open of 96, he will stop by Howard Balzer as well. And then the word of the day. Yes, the word of the day today. Something that you guys will all be smarter after hearing that.
I can't wait.
But again, we're out here at Twin Peaks. It's a BOGO Thursday. Buy one, get one when it comes to their wings, their bone-in wings. Just buy a soda or large beer, and you can get that deal. It's a smoking deal, and they only do it once in a while. It's going to hurt me to do this next as Tom Brady was inducted to the Patriots Hall of Fame.
Got a boy, Rock.
Number 12 jersey, retired by the Patriots.
It is Rock's favorite player. Rock's favorite
They had to
player.
do it in June? Really? Why not do it during the football season on a Sunday where your fans can enjoy?
I'm with you.
We're going to dive into that. You're going to hear from Robert Kraft. You're going to hear from Bill Belichick. You're going to hear from Tom Brady. And Tom Brady offered us, in our business, drops. They're like little sound bites. We got a good one that's coming from Tom Brady from yesterday's ceremony. So that's coming up as our Document Solutions Sounds of the Night as we continue on from the Twin Peaks in Scottsdale. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy.
In the market for an electric charger
Clip.
for your place?
My bad, I jumped the gun there.
Cabinet or closet lighting? Look no further than.
I jumped the gun. I'm playing the spot there by
Service
like
calls to new
a
home
second.
installations, home remodels, and even TV mounting. We've got you covered. Visit AZ Electrical Family.
Hey, Jax, you're on headset. Can you hear me?
577-1392 to learn more about our comprehensive services and to schedule your free quote today. Power up with the best. Visit azelectricalfamily.com to book your free quote now. AZ Electrical Family. Quality service you can trust.
Celebrate Father's Day this year at Van's Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Featuring the Callaway AI Smoke Woods and Irons. Now receive 2 times trade-in value towards any Callaway AI Smoke clubs. And from Bushnell, the new Tour V6 Series laser rangefinders provide you the most accurate distances in golf. Now $50 off. Shop with us this Father's Day in store or online. Van's Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Upper Crust Pizza and Patio Wine Bar on the southeast corner of Cave Creek in the 101. Happy hour 7 days a week, 4 to 7, with $5.50 house wines and well drinks, $4.75 draft, plus tons of food specials. Upper Crust Pizza and Patio Wine Bar.
Get ready for double the fun on the 101. Introducing the Salt River Rewards Program at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort, the Valley's newest and best. With multiple tiers and endless benefits, we've got something for everyone. Don't miss out on the excitement. Salt River Rewards, the Valley's premier player rewards program, now at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. 2 properties, 1 amazing club, offering limitless fun on the 101. Discover the best in the Valley at saltriverrewards.com.
Pride Month is here, and Bounty is ready to soak up the celebration. There's going to be a whole lot of this, a whole lot of this, and a whole lot of this. Bills happen, but messes can't cancel the Pride fun with Bounty. With P&G and iHeartRadio, we're rolling out Can't Cancel Pride. A night of performances, togetherness, and a whole lot of partying. You bring the fun, we'll bring the bounty. Tune in to the Can't Cancel Pride live stream on June 12th or on demand after on iHeartRadio's Facebook, YouTube, and more. Together, let's keep Pride rolling at home or wherever you're celebrating.
Switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Time for today's play of the day. Document Solutions, leading the valley of business solutions for copier and IT service. Now, the play of the day.
People were there: Bill Belichick, Drew Bledsoe, Randy Moss, Wes Welker, Gronk, even Peyton Manning, Eli Manning. Tons of different guys were there. No Eli, I'm sorry, but Peyton was there. And we want to bring you back some of that sound. We know there's a bunch of massholes listening, so we figured we'd give you some love here. Here's Robert Kraft announcing the jersey retirement.
There is only one iconic number that will always represent Tom Brady. And tonight, I promise that it will never be worn again, as the number 12 is now officially retired.
Who cares?
Well, you hate him.
I mean, who cares?
You hate him.
The Patriots care. Those
Do that in
Patriots
front of your
love
fan
that.
base. Do that on a Sunday
I'm with
in
you on that.
Foxborough.
I'm with you on that. Hell
Don't
yeah.
give me this, they couldn't get the schedule together for people to be there.
I know.
Bill could have been there.
Yeah.
Tom could have been there.
Yeah.
I know he's calling games,
Right.
but I'm sure there's a Monday night game that
Could have
the
been.
Patriots are probably on, or a Thursday night. And they could have done it then.
That's what's interesting, not to have that kind of a up front and center before a big game, a big Monday night game. I don't know, taking on if you had Manning there taking on the Colts
I-
or taking on Denver.
Right. I'm with you on that, Rock, and I'm just shocked that they also did it on a night when the Celtics were playing in the NBA
It's
Finals.
already planned. They couldn't control that, Jimmy.
I'm well aware of
They
that.
couldn't
but
control
still.
that. What, are they going to postpone it and go,
No,
we'll do it
go another
we'll
day.
We'll do it
the
Thursday
next
night?
day, yeah.
So is he the best number 12 ever to wear it?
Ooh, man.
So let me
I
give
can
you a
tell you
list of
what.
this competition just to
Okay.
refresh.
Okay.
John Brody.
No.
Let me finish.
All right.
Randall Cunningham. He's up there. Bob Greasy. Joe.
Joe
is
Willie
it-
Namath?
Is
Joe
it
Namath?
Namath?
Yeah,
Did
Joe
I
Namath.
say
Yeah.
Namath?
Joe Willie Namath.
Jim Kelly. Ken Stabler. Roger Staubach. Terry Bradshaw. Aaron Rodgers. All were the number 12.
Yeah, that's a great group right there, boy. I think that he is, since he's one of the best, if not the best ever, number 12, you'd have to give it to him. Because the best quarterback, I feel, is number 16. I mean, Joe Montana. So I think that 16, 12, I'd give it to him. That's a great group.
Here's Bill Belichick thanking the Patriot Nation.
Tom, it's a lot better reception than we got out in L.A. Thanks so much. That's such a warm welcome. I can't tell you how much it means to me to come back here and see the great Patriot fans. Thank you.
So that was the first time since his split that he's returned to Gillette Stadium. Of course, he got a standing O. You heard the massive cheer. That was expected.
Well, absolutely. I mean, as they should. I mean, the guy took him to how many Super Bowls? You think
7.
about it?
So this next clip
Six.
is probably one of the reasons why I love Tom Brady so much. Here's his closing sentence at the Patriots Hall of Fame ceremony.
I am Tom Brady, and I am a Patriot.
Just say I'm a Patriot for life. Don't have to use your name. You don't have to say I'm Tom Brady.
boy. Oh,
Just say
boy.
I'm a Patriot for life. Everybody knows who you are.
This guy-
you don't have to introduce yourself.
Is Rock a hater? Or
I don't know.
I don't
No,
know.
but seriously, why do you got to introduce yourself?
I think it was just part of his presentation. That's all.
That was part of the scriptwriter said, make sure you
he
say
might have
Tom
He
Brady.
probably ad-libbed that. He wanted to make sure that he invested in
Whatever.
the fans.
I think that was
What
right
a
there.
hater.
I mean, he's like, hey, I'm Tom Brady, and I will always be, and I am
A
a
Patriot.
Patriot.
Yep.
Period. I'm just a little emphasis
But
on
why have
that.
to say your name? You're in front of a crowd at your ceremony, the Tom Brady Hall of Fame ceremony.
Yeah.
You don't need to get up there and readdress yourself to the public.
I think
hey, I'm Tom Brady, everybody, and I'm a Patriot for
Well,
life.
maybe you want
Not
one
like
more.
somebody just tuned into the radio.
Or it could be Rock. You could come on the show and say, "Hey, I'm Rock, and I am Fox Sports 910."
I would never do that. I wouldn't be an a-hole and do that.
Well, I think for him, it's just like he's just reiterating everybody, hey, guys, I'm going to retire as a Patriot. I appreciate you fans. Me as Tom Brady, I appreciate all that is. And thank you for these accolades that you've given us tonight. I think it's just
It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me either. I'm Tom
I'm
Brady.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, okay. I mean, a lot
Great.
you just got a little envy there, Rock. That's all that is.
Not
man.
envy at all.
No, it's hate.
It's just
He
I just
hates
can't
him.
stand the guy. He's beat my Eagles too many times.
I'm well aware.
Just
hey, they got him that one time.
Philly special.
Yeah.
Philly special.
Hey, it's if you're looking for an all-in-one wireless printer, call Document Solutions of the Valley, 623-252-8282. Get yourself or your business an all-new all-in-one printer. Right now, you can either buy, lease, or even rent. They got all different types of makes and models that work right off your smartphone. It's pretty cool to be able to sit on your couch and print off your printer. It's good stuff. Check it out, 623-252-8282, Document Solutions of the Valley. Their service can't be copied. As for our buddy, Greg. Yeah, oh, man.
Well, and you hear it initially, and you're going, where's he going with this? I'm Tom Brady.
Exactly.
And then he kind of toned it down, going, I will always be.
He
a
toned it
Patriot.
down. It was a sentence.
I think
one word.
it was-
One sentence.
It was just his statement to the fans. Hey, me as Tom Brady, I will always be a Patriot, and my appreciation for you, no matter what.
Didn't find it offensive
I didn't
at
either.
all.
I didn't have any issue with
Yeah,
that.
me either.
And he went
Of
out.
course you did. 'Cause you guys like the guy. I don't like the guy.
No, I never said that. How do you know I like him?
Because you've never said in 3 years we've been doing this that you don't.
Well, I don't hate him like you
I don't
hate him.
hate anybody.
I think he.
All right,
All right,
if you want to go down hate, I'm going down the politics, then I'll get into hate.
Okay.
But I'm not going to go down there. There's nobody I hate.
Hate's kind of a strong word. Dislike
It
is probably
dislike.
Yeah,
I'm not very fond.
Yeah, that's fair.
there you
Okay,
go.
of Tom Brady.
You know,
I mean, think about him. He went to Michigan. He's good looking. Had the hot wife.
That's the key right there. He's
has all these Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I'm jealous.
Did I-
You are a hater.
Did
You are a
I
hater.
hear her read that Giselle's boyfriend, the jujitsu guy or something
She
like
wants a
that?
piece of the rock.
Now she looks like he's breaking up because of the way that, pretty much she got roasted.
Yeah.
I guess he doesn't want to be part of that circle when she got roasted. I'm like, dude, are you crazy?
I mean, this thing, man, they had Jay-Z kicked off the festivities with playing a public service announcement. Kenny Chesney also
was there.
performed.
All right.
Middle of June on a Wednesday. Why not honor your fans that paid all those dollars for jerseys and tickets and everything else and have it during a game?
I agree, Rock. I thought it's very odd to have that last thing. You kind of go, why are you doing it, the second week of June, and you've got all this, you got Red Sox playing, Boston's playing. I know you're playing way ahead, but you could have
done it in
you
August.
could have had your rivalry,
Yeah.
taking on your rivalry and had everybody, standing room only.
How about this, Rock? Would you have been better if they would have done it at home on a preseason game in August?
No.
Yeah, I would.
no.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be in front of your fans.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I would
Yeah.
say regular season game. I mean, that's
Well,
what you
but
want to do.
But you
it would be
can't
different.
because
Well,
of Tom's schedule on
yeah.
Fox.
Yeah.
But they could. I know a lot of guys they've done.
But a preseason game would have worked.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you would have had the total sellout at that particular point. So yeah, it was just very, very odd, and just happened to have the Celtics playing that night. So you know what? They honor him. They're going to retire his number. I'm sure there'll be many more halftime occasions with Tom Brady in Foxborough. For sure.
What? Like why? What else do you need to do? His number's retired. What else do you need to do?
Well,
Unless you're going to make him an owner.
if they put him on the Wall of Fame, they do something like that. I'm sure they'll do that. Ring of Honor. I think that's probably the next thing to do. So if you put him on the Ring of Honor, they do that at halftime. A quick spell. If maybe it's a game that he's doing for Fox, and they're in New England, and they
You
just
can't
kind
do
of
that.
plan
Manute. You got to. I mean, it takes 6 months to a year to prepare something like that.
Okay, but if they
So that's why you could have done. Shoot, I'm looking at their schedule. They could have done 2 preseason games.
Yep.
They got Carolina and Philly. They beat Philly.
Yep.
I mean, they have a Thursday night game against. That's on the road. Yeah, that's the only time they could have done it is
Was
preseason.
a preseason.
Yep, that's it.
And that would have worked. That would have worked
Yeah.
easily.
more people there, and Celtics would have been done. Red Sox would have been
everything.
in the cellar by that time. Everybody's going to show up anyway. Why not?
Red Sox
Go out
in
to
the cellar.
Go out to a preseason
Yankees
game.
and Orioles are just running away from everybody in the AL
Yeah.
East.
Coming up, move over Big 12. How does AT&T 12 or Buc-ee's 12 sound? As the Big 12 looks like they're going to sell their souls to corporate America, the sports professional. He's actually going to join us live from the U.S. Open. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B here on Fox Sports 910.
Here's what's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
Brandon Fott will get the start for the Diamondbacks in their rubber match against the Angels. Arizona starting pitching ranks among the bottom 5 in baseball. The ERA a collective 4.91. Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final coming up with the Panthers owning a 2-0 series lead as the series shifts to Edmonton. We'll have our coverage starting at 5 here on Fox Sports 910. The Cardinals get their summer break started with mandatory minicamp in the books. No official dates for training camp have been announced, but
all right, sounds good.
And Gannon alluded to the team reconvening July 23rd. And the Mercury take on the Las Vegas Aces tonight. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
You hear it all the time. Lawyers talk about all their experience, many years of experience with insurance companies, and experience in the courtroom. But what they're not talking about is their results. Maybe they don't have any. At Lerner & Rowe, we're proud of our results because that's how we measure our success. We've helped over 150,000 people recover billions of dollars for their injuries, with over $1 billion just in the last 5 years alone. When you want results, call Lerner & Rowe.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Is it time for an all-in-one wireless printer with tons of connectivity options? With Document Solutions of the Valley, you can buy, lease, or rent models that work off of your smartphone. Call 623-252-8282. Document Solutions of the Valley. Our service can't be copied.
Celebrate Father's Day this year at Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Introducing the Ping G430 Max 10K driver. Straighter flies farther with Ping's straightest driver yet. And from Bushnell, the new Tour V6 Series laser rangefinder provides you the most accurate distances in golf. Now $50 off. Shop with us this Father's Day in store or online. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Do you ever have a case of the Mondays? You won't if you tune in to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B from 1 till 4 as they broadcast live from the CAZ Sportsbook at the CAZ Sports Bar. That's every Monday from Casino, Arizona.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, historic rivalries tip off with shareable bites, and every shot you take is a game winner. All season long, you're balling with 29-degree beer, courtside seats, and scenic views. I mean, where else can you pair wall-to-wall hoops with hard-to-find whiskey? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites.
Commemorate the D-backs' historic postseason run. On June 15th, arrive early to take home the custom 4-homer tee. Get tickets at dbacks.com.
All right, I got him. He's ready.
It's as important to contractors as it is to customers. ServiceTitan can help you earn more stars with innovative software features designed to give your customers the most convenient, most modern experience possible. Take it from the guys at Rainforest Plumbing and Air.
ServiceTitan has enabled us to give each service call that personal touch.
We love it because we know who our customers are when they call us, and we even know if they have a favorite technician.
Start earning more 5-star reviews. Schedule a demo today at ServiceTitan.com. That's ServiceTitan.com.
Stop letting your bladder call the shots. Talk to Arizona urology specialists about frequent urination and take control today. Arizona Urology Specialists. Personal care for life's most personal issues. Visit ArizonaURO.com or call 602-887-2160.
Find the perfect Father's Day gift with Macy's Gift Finder. In just a couple clicks, you'll get personalized gift ideas for every dad at every budget. Visit Macy's.com/gift finder and give love today at Macy's.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Scottsdale, located on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard in the 101. Time to talk about the business side of sports. Leading expert in the business of sports. Author of the new bestseller, The Sport Business Handbook. Host of Power of Sports and architect of over 100 deals worth billions in sports. The sports professor, Rick Horrow, joins Roc and Manuch on Fox Sports 910.
On location, Pinehurst #2, the home, or I should see the host venue for U.S. Open. How you doing there, Rick? Looks like overcast. Is it? It looks pretty nice what we're watching right now. It looks like the sun's starting to come out.
You want the weather or you want the golf? Which one do you want?
Let's start with weather. I need to set the tone.
If you want, you know the weather. You can look at the damn TV set. And I was actually on the course about 4 minutes ago, and then I saw hold on. Yeah, so I'll just tell the guy coming up on the 9th fairway, hey, hold on, Manuch isn't ready yet. Hit that weight. Don't hit the ball yet. So I stepped back into the media center, and luckily I'm fine. So my crap is over. I will tell you this, that it is such a fine line between a +4 that Tiger has, and some would say he's played himself out of the tournament because he's already 9 back. I don't think that's true, but, he doesn't have the horses to do it. But he didn't play a miserable round. He 3-putted a couple and then it got away from him. But this is going to be a wonderful place over the next few days when it continues to get hot. And, they'd love to have the ball stop somewhere, but it ain't going to happen. You're going to see a lot of frustrated human beings.
Well, Pinehurst
throwing a lot of clubs. Yeah.
And Pinehurst, too, how difficult it is. I know you've played it. Watching all these drives going into the, what do you call that area?
Fescue.
Yes, fescue. Thank you. And it's
not
hard.
Bless you.
It's
not
hard.
Bless you.
Fescue.
Yes. God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless all of you guys that have to put up with him. Fescue.
And it's hard to hit out of that stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes. Well, hey, it's a 2-step process. it's really hard to find it.
Yeah.
And then assuming you find it, it's almost impossible to hit out of it.
What kind of galleries were there with Tiger? Was it the typical, tons and tons of people following him, or have you noticed over the years that you've been going to tournaments that it's less?
I think it's spread out a little bit. A lot of people are making decisions not just to wake up and go to sleep when Tiger tees off and doesn't. So, as Rory tees off, and as, Cantlay's morning round kind of shocked everybody, but it's a good round. And then you got the top 3 guys in the world playing together. That's where the epicenter is now. I would say that the electricity around Tiger is a little less, but make no mistake, it's there. I mean, the guy's 48 years old. He has like a half of a functioning limb between all of them, and he's still the biggest draw in golf, which is incredible.
Hey, Rick, I'm real curious. How did Bryson DeChambeau resurrect himself as a golfer and being popular with fans on the course? Because everybody's following him. They're just going nuts.
Yeah, because everybody loves to root for the savant, absent-minded professor, Mensa guy that you would throw pies at, guys you love to hate in high school, the biggest geek ever. And this guy is all of that rolled into one, except for one thing. He hits the hell out of the golf ball.
Well, is that kind of the key out there, Rick, is just to hit the hell out of it and keep it straight? And it sounds like iron play as well, too. And can you notice, I know it's only been one round, but you notice any potential tricking up of the golf course to make it one of those U.S. Open, USGA type of courses?
Well, the tricking of it is some would say unfair rough. It's right off the fairway. So, Morikawa hit a massive drive on one, and it went into the bless you, the God bless you, and then you got to find it, and guys who are just a little off are penalized as if it's major off. So, where a lot of courses, even open courses, have first cuts, these are penalized fescue, and don't screw with the fescue, because the fescue will get you every time.
Here, when it comes to Phil Mickelson, +9 today. There's been some rumblings he may retire from the PGA Tour. Well, from LIV. I don't know what his contract is there, but what kind of crowd's following him?
A lot early. He may. Yeah. Here's the rumor. He may retire. It may be. I wave and he'll wave. We've done interviews together. I'm not tough then, or should I? And it's tough. It's tough to be around him now. It's tough. It was tough to be around him, after the Saudis are crazy people, but then he takes the money. It's tough to be around that whole package. And I got to say, the mixture of highs and lows in the last 3-4 years, probably a bigger mixture, a more diverse mixture than any athlete I could remember. Meaning, who's fallen in such disfavor, yet, who wins a major when he's 80 years old? It was not that, but it was pretty close. I mean, can you imagine the highs and lows of the last few years with him? I'm afraid the next few maybe months and years are going to be more lows than highs.
Well, it just seems as though he's got a little bit of an edge about him. I guess when you talk to him, what is bringing this edge on, or defensiveness, I'd probably call it. And you read about some of the other pros that they don't want to be around him anymore. So is there any root cause of where this is coming from?
When it's bad clothes. And when I played you losers and I wore black socks and I didn't play well, I had an edge about me also. It's just that I improved significantly, and that's the difference. So,
Rick, I know we're short on time with you, so I want to real quickly, I think the big story in college football is that the Big 12 is exploring naming rights, and now I'm seeing Allstate is the possible, potential suitor. I would love to be the sales guy on the commission check on this one, but what is it that you think they'll get annually? 30, 40 million?
Yeah, and by the way, first one in is always tough, because you could say it was too high, too low, depending on what the SEC chooses to do, because, no matter what, the SEC will get, I'm guessing, 40 to 50% more than whatever that number is. And obviously the Big 12 will look like they made a bad decision. Kudos to Yormark. So, it's a great idea. And, what's wrong with it other than it's never been done before? When, the first corporate names were slapped on stadiums, people said that's ridiculous. It's going to ruin the experience. Well, it didn't ruin anything. And so I really don't know what the number is going to be, but it's going to set the standard, which everybody should be happy about.
Well, I think it seems to be, the Big 12 looking to keep up with the Joneses, i.e. because of NIL, competitiveness for the recruiting, keeping your recruits, keeping your players. It seems as though this is a perfect drop in your lap kind of thing to be able to compete for those national titles and go get those athletes.
Well, it's keeping up with the Sankeys. The SEC has significant revenue, and if they need more, they just dial up another extension of a TV deal. And at the end of the day, you got to do it because every athletic director is now faced with the understanding of budgeting for the payment of student athletes through NIL or whatever you're going to call it. And the collectives, maybe one process, independent brokerage or agencies will be another process, and the athletic departments will be another. But whatever it is, these are dollars that the schools have to be in some ways responsible for. So you got to find some sources.
Rick, how is this going to change if private equity firms start really diving into these conferences?
It'll be a business-driven league in each case. Not that it's not already, but the equity groups are going to require a significant preferred return of investment, and they'll require a certain rate, and they'll inject in some ways a sense of business normalcy in it. On the other hand, it'll inject a certain, it used to be sports and now it's not in it. And so, like payment, like naming of conferences, like everything else, it's a brave new world. We're just part of it. And I wake up every morning excited about playing a minuscule part of it. Hope that A, Roc, Manuch, Jimmy V continue to talk to me, and B, that I avoid the bless you when I hit it in the golf.
We'll leave you with that. Rick, thanks for stepping away to talk to us at the U.S. Open. Really appreciate you, buddy.
All right, man. Back to some alcohol. See you later.
You got it. That's Rick Horrow, Sports Professor. Follow him on his Twitter X page at Rick Horrow. So, yeah, if you're just joining us, the Big 12, that is going to get rid of the word big, but they want to keep 12 in there. So if it is All-State, which it's been reported 30, 40, 50 million annually, at least according to the Action Network, it would be the All-State 12 or the All-State, what have you. But to Manuch, you brought up the question to Rick. They're all going to do it.
Sure.
So it's not like they're going to have an edge over the SEC or the Big Ten, because once one conference starts, copycat league like the NFL, they're all going to do it. And it's just a matter of how much you'll get. SEC will get the most. Big 12, Big 10 will fight for the second. And then it'll be ACC, Mountain West. We can go on down the road, and they're all going to get that kind of money. But not that kind of money, but it'll range from 10 to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 million.
Just another revenue-generating scenario. And I, quite frankly, I really think, guys, that the NIL has spurned or birthed all this, looking for that extra money just to, whether it's whomever it is, just to keep up and be able to be competitive, to go pay these young athletes, whatever sport it is. And maybe the other thing too, Roc, you always talk about the non-revs, maybe to keep some of these non-revs around so you don't have to put all that money toward football and basketball and getting athletes and bringing and keeping your athletes.
I just don't know why it's taken this long. Before NIL, you think about it, when John Junker had the foresight many, many years ago with the Fiesta Bowl to jump on and bring on Sunkist and then Tostitos.
Good point.
And then everybody else copied what the Fiesta Bowl did. And now there's every single brand on every single bowl game. It's everything is that way now. Hey, coming up, football 50, but I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to see if I can stump you along with Manuch and Jimmy B with a pretty cool Super Bowl question that was sent last night. And then I'll share why I think women's basketball, specifically the Olympic Committee and the Major League Eating Association, are similar. They're totally missing out. That's all coming up right here on Fox Sports 910.
Celebrate Father's Day this year at Van's Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Introducing the TaylorMade QI10 Max Driver and Irons. Score up to $400 in gift cards when purchasing TaylorMade products. And from Bushnell, the new Tour V6 Series laser rangefinders provide you the most accurate distances in golf. Now $50 off. Shop with us this Father's Day in store or online. Van's Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
What's up, guys? Jason Payne, owner of State 48 Roofing. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. #SexyRoofStatus. All of our work using state-of-the-art materials and 5-star workmanship. Our inspections are free. You heard me? Free. Go to state48roofing.com to schedule your free appointment today.
When you're hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck, Learn Rail will take you from wreck to check, from crash to cash, from accident to whatever rhymes with accident. And we'll help you with all the details in between. We'll help you get to the right doctors, even if you don't have health insurance. We'll help you get your car fixed. We'll help you get your doctor bills paid. And then we'll fight with the insurance companies to get you every dollar you deserve. Hurt in a wreck? Call Lerner and Rowe. We're with you every step of the way.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
If you haven't tried G2G protein bars, today is the day. Find them in your local Costco's refrigerated section or online at g2gbar.com. Incredible taste and packed with protein. They are perfect for your on-the-go lifestyle. Check them out today.
In the market for an electric charger for your place? Looking to upgrade your under cabinet or closet lighting? Look no further than Arizona Electrical Family. From service calls to new home installations, home remodels, and even TV mounting, we've got you covered. Visit azelectricalfamily.com or call 602-577-1392 to learn more about our comprehensive services and to schedule your free quote today. Power up with the best. Visit azelectricalfamily.com to book your free quote now. AZ Electrical Family. Quality service you can trust.
Family Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. It's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data, and you get to choose who joins your family plan starting as low as $25 a line. Does it have to be family? It can be family or people you like.
Get more lines and more savings. Switch to Straight Talk for family plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at Walmart and straighttalk.com. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com. Family plan discount with 4 lines, all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
Did you know there's a better way to use the bathroom? With a Squatty Potty. Squatty Potty is the original toilet stool, built to get your body into a natural squatting position on the toilet. It's clinically proven to reduce strain, time on the toilet, and get more poop out. Find yours today. Available at Walmart and Amazon.com. Join 8 million people who are having the best poop of their life. I mean, you're not going to use the bathroom with them, but you get what I'm saying. Squatty Potty, the #1 way to go #2.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Scottsdale, located on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard in the 101. Let's get ready for football! It's football everyone. The latest top football story trending this hour, right here with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on Fox Sports 910 and the iHeartRadio app.
Not necessarily a story, but I'll see if I can stump you. Can you tell me what division in the National Football League has the most Super Bowls? And the division with the least amount of Super Bowls? Manuch, since you're our resident NFL player.
All right, I'm gonna go with the NFC West as the most.
Okay.
And the least, I'm gonna say the AFC South.
Okay, Jimmy?
I'm going to go with the AFC East, and the least, I'm going to go with the NFC Central.
Okay. Jax?
Most, I'll say AFC North. Least, I'll say NFC East, but I don't feel confident about it.
Just for the record, You were all wrong, with the exception of Manuch's least.
Wow.
You were even close on the most.
Wow.
Interesting.
The best division in football has the most, and that is the NFC East.
Wow.
Yeah,
The
wow.
NFC.
You forget that the Dallas Cowboys have 5.
That's right.
Oh,
The Giants have 4.
Yeah.
The Washington Redskins have 3, and the Eagles have 1, which puts them at 13. No one even got to second place. AFC West was number 2 with 10, as they have 4 from the Chiefs, 3 from the Broncos, 3 from the Raiders, none from the Chargers. Then it's AFC East, which is the right, you would think, because of New England.
Yes,
because
and
they have
Miami.
6. Because of 6, but Miami only has 2.
Yeah.
And then Jets, believe it or not, they have 1 with Joe Namath. And then Buffalo, sorry, Manuch, none. Then there's a tie for 3rd at the AFC North and the NFC West, led by the Steelers, and Ravens have 2. You forget about the Ravens having 2.
Yep.
And then the rest of the division has 0. NFC West, of course, San Francisco leads the way, followed by the Rams, 5-2. And then Seattle has 1. Nothing for the Cardinals. So as we get towards the bottom, the NFC North has 5, Packers and Bears, and then nothing with the Lions and Vikings. NFC South has 3, Tampa. Yeah, Tampa's got 2. And then New Orleans has got 1, Panthers, Atlanta, none. And then the AFC South was 0, with the Colts with 2, as, you know, it's all new for the most part, with the Texans, Jags, and Tennessee Titans at 0. So 2 in that one. So 13 leads the way. If you want to pose that question at the bar tonight, NFC East is number 1 with 13. AFC South is last at 2.
You sit there and you forget, because Washington's been irrelevant lately. Cowboys, they've been to playoffs, haven't won anything. The Eagles have won, a couple times the last several years.
Not a couple.
No,
one.
Yeah. And then you think of the bygone eras where they were successful, and you go, oh, that's right. Forget about the Redskins winning those Super Bowls.
That's right.
And the Cowboys from there.
You know, the sports world got rocked the other day when Joey Chestnut got kicked out of the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Championship, right?
For a vegan dog, Rock.
Yeah.
Vegan dog.
And what a joke that is. But I want to let everybody know that likes Joey Chestnut. Personally, I'm a fan. I got a chance to work with him, hang out with him, drink Jaeger shots with him. He's been involved in an event that we put on many years ago called Battle of the Bone. It was a wing eating contest where we took him to different stations. I'll never forget. I took him to another station, a rock station, a very, very prominent rock station, where he said he would not eat, right? He would not challenge. But sure enough, one of the on-air guys basically forced him, and he did it and got his ass cleaned, But I want to play something for you, because this is the promo. This is the new promo for what's ahead with Joey Chestnut.
Chestnut. Kobayashi. Get ready for dog snog and wiener stuffing bun gulping action.
Amazing competitive eating contest I have ever seen.
It's unfinished beef.
You saw Kobayashi. Did you see him at all? Did you make eye contact? And what were your thoughts? Absolutely not. If you're the real man, you'd be on the stage.
Labor Day.
Unfinished beef. It's coming up Labor Day. How about that? The thing is, with the the Major League Eating Association, what a joke. First of all, I've worked with them before. They are very protective of their so-called athletes, as they like to call them, right? But it reminded me of the Women's Olympic Committee and not selecting Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark being on the USA women's basketball team, I'm going to tune in probably. The fact that July 4th will not have Joey Chestnut, who has won, 19 times, 16 times.
He's won 8 in a row.
16 times.
Yes.
Why would you watch if he's not there?
You don't.
How does Major League Eating freaking put their, they totally screwed up.
Their pride got in the way, Rock. And they're like,
there would not be Major League Eating if it wasn't for Joey Chestnut.
Exactly. Yeah, they totally missed the boat on this.
And I think, Joey's already established himself. He's got his own hot sauce. He's got his own brand of mustard. I mean, the guy has made himself, when we had first talked to him many years ago, he was making $100,000 a year, $150,000 a year as a computer guy. Now he's probably making $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, maybe even more, depending on how his investments are going with some of the sponsorships. But this Major League Eating totally missed the boat. And if they do come crawling back, he should give them the
Well, I can tell you this.
Or up the ante.
He got from the vegan hot dog company, he got over $1 million.
Then he's making $3-4 million. Maybe
there
Jack,
you go.
Look up Joey Chestnut's net worth. For me. So he's probably much higher than that.
And you hear that, you go, well, okay, so what? He's got an endorsement for vegan dog. Why would that affect
the
Nathan's hot dogs? I mean, I know it's a whole different. It's a vegan dog, not even a competitor.
Exactly.
You want beef? You want you're a vegan? A plant.
A
Net worth $3 million.
Wow.
$3 million. So
okay.
Here's your random fact today. The former Pac-12 has seen 7 presidents or chancellors change since last summer. Arizona, Cal, Colorado, Stanford, UCLA, Washington, and Washington State. Now, they're not all athletics related, but they are people that oversaw the collapse of the Pac-12, and they're all out. So they all got out. I mean, think about it. 7.
That's amazing.
That's huge. President, not to mention I don't even have the number of changes at AD.
Right.
You wonder how many of those, how many pressed, and maybe they just got frustrated. Maybe they pressed as far as the TV packages said, look, we've done as well as we can do. We're moving on. Or it's basically in a situation where they know that they're going from a standpoint that's just not going to be beneficial anymore. And they just said, we're done.
I look at it this way. They all got skewered because they were thinking that, we're like Snooty Snoot, we're the Pac-12, and they thought that the networks would come crawling to them, and they did not. And I think they got like upset, and people got upset and got them out.
Football at 50 is brought to you by G2G Protein Bars. They have 8 flavors, including my personal favorite, the peanut butter banana chocolate. They're available at Costco. It's solid protein, healthy fats. Get them in your diet, and they are in the refrigerated section at Costco, or go to g2gbar.com. Get one today. Hour number 2, we go to Edmonton. We talk to Ben Walters and more. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, Fox Sports 9.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B has been sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing.
Need an electric charger installed or a TV mounted? Contact AC Electrical Family at acelectricalfamily.com or call 602-577-1392. That's acelectricalfamily.com to book your free quote now. AC Electrical Family. Power up with the best.
Celebrate Father's Day this year at Van's Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Unlock your ultimate wedge play with Vokey SM10 wedges, made for lower flight, improved feel, and maximum spin. And from Bushnell, the new Tour V6 Series laser rangefinders provide you the most accurate distances in golf. Now $50 off. Shop with us for Father's Day, in store or online. Van's Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like Freeform Radio. Search Freeform Radio and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code QUICK to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code QUICK for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code QUICK for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
At Charmin, we're so excited for Pride Month, we just had to sing about it.
I can do that, yeah.
We'll help you stay clean when you need it the most. Charmin is proud to partner with iHeartRadio for Can't Cancel Pride for the 5th year in a row. And while Pride is only a month long, our support rolls on forever. Enjoy the go and enjoy Pride with Charmin.
Broadcasting from the Raffy Law Group Studios. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD3 Phoenix. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
For the Stanley Cup Final on the way this afternoon, with the Panthers owning a 2-0 lead as the series shifts to Edmonton. Our coverage begins at 5 on Fox Sports 910. No official dates for Cardinals training camp have been announced, but Coach Jonathan Gannon alluded to the team reconvening July 23rd earlier in the week. The D-backs put Brandon Pfaadt on the mound as they take on the Angels again. Arizona's starting pitching ranks among the bottom 5 in baseball with a collective 4.91 ERA. The Mercury take on the Aces tonight. They also signed 2024 draft pick Charisma Osborne and waived Morgan Birch. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For your Thursday, another hot day with temperatures right around 109. Very slight chance of seeing some sprinkles out there. That's going to continue into evening hours with our overnight low right around 82. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Big O Tires, the team you trust. It's the Stars, Stripes, and Savings Sale now through July 7th. Enjoy up to $80 in rebate savings with installation purchase. And Big O Tires will double your Michelin rebate tire savings by matching up to $80, giving you twice the value. For details, go to BigOTires.com. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B is sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing. It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks, Scottsdale, located on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard in the 101.
Roc, Manuch, Jimmy B out here at Twin Peaks in Scottsdale. And our next guest, a two-time Big Ten Conference championship from the University of Wisconsin, 2 Wisconsin State Open championships, turned pro in 1994. And then 30 years later, he got himself into the U.S. Senior Open. And he lives here in the Valley. Ben Walter joins us now on the Right to the Guest line here on Fox Sports 910. What's up, Ben? How you doing, buddy? What's going on?
Not much, man. Good to thanks for having me.
Well, I got to tell you, the reason why we have you is there's a lot of people that like to hang out at a couple of local establishments that called me up and said, "Hey, Roc, you got to get Ben on your show." You know, the guy just qualified for the U.S. Senior Open Championship in Newport Country Club in Rhode Island, and he's from Scottsdale, so you have some friends to thank for that are really supporting you, and I thought that was super cool.
I really do. You're right about that. They're used to seeing me on the bar stool next to them, and now hopefully they'll be looking over the bar on the TV, looking for my score. So pretty cool.
So tell us how that process goes. You played professionally for a long time. I know you're in the real estate industry as well. Kind of break this down. How you became, how you qualified last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, it's pretty simple. I mean, the USG has requirements, and any professional can play. Amateurs have to have a certain handicap index or less, and if you meet those requirements and you enter the qualifier before it fills up, you're in. And it turns out in Arizona it's usually like 84 to 100 players, I believe. It's just an 18-hole round, and it's 2 spots available. So simple as that. There's 2 alternates as well. There'll be guys that drop out of the field, so maybe here and there an alternate gets in. But a guy named Jim Carter and myself were the low 2 scores of the day, and I left there with a invitation in my hand to I'm in. So that was it.
So talk to us about that qualifying round at Terra Vita. I had saw that you double bogeyed on that second hole, and you eagled on the next, right? Or tell us what was going on in your head.
Well, yeah, as little as possible, to be honest. but that trend continued. If you look at the scores, I mean, what you just described is the start of a round that looked like that the whole day. It was like a heart attack. I had 2 doubles. No, I'm sorry. I had a double and 4 bogeys, I had an eagle and 5 birdies. So it was the opposite of what you think about when you think about, quote, U.S. Open golf. Obviously, we weren't at a U.S. Open venue, but that place played tough. It was rock hard. They've had they did a renovation a couple of years ago, and the greens particularly are just really firm. So it played difficult. It was kind of breezy. But yeah, I don't know. At least I had enough horsepower to, make those birdies and the eagle, and they have live scoring. And so I was just happy that midway through the back nine, I checked the scores and I saw kind of where I was and was able to hold it together and make a birdie par finish and avoid a playoff. And the cool thing is it's only 18 holes, but that's one of the best fields that you see in the 50 over circuit. You had Michael Allen there, Jonathan Kay, Jim Carter, who I mentioned, Barry Concert, bunch of really good players. So it's always gratifying, in a situation like that to play well.
Ben, there's a lot of dudes there. I mean, right there, as far as that's concerned, you hadn't played in your 30s and your 40s. So how are you staying competitive? What did you draw off of to play in this qualifier to, I guess, calm the nerves, so to speak, and be competitive?
Yeah, good question. The crazy thing is, you guys probably heard this. You've watched enough sports and golf in your life. Like, I've been working at it, right? Like, you're right. I didn't play much in my 30s or 40s, and I decided it's like 4 years ago now to compete again. And I've been working at it. I've had some decent finishes and some good play here and there, but kind of was getting disappointed, kind of getting to the point where I was questioning how much more I was going to make an effort to travel and play and all that this year. And then, you go out and have a finish like that and get an opportunity like I'm facing, and all of a sudden I feel renewed. It's like, this is extremely exciting. It's the biggest tournament that you can play in the world as a 50-plus-year-old player. So what did I draw on? I have no idea. I'm just glad, like I said, I saw where I was relative to the field, and I had enough in me to finish it off. And I'm just, now, listen, I'm a qualifier, right? I'm not a tour player. You said I'm in real estate, the whole bit. There's no expectations on me. It's all upside in a couple weeks in Rhode Island. And so I'm really excited.
Well, I wanted to find out, where is your strong suit? Is it off the tee? Is it your iron play or long iron play from the fairway, or your putting? Explain your game so people who will get a chance to watch you understand what you do best.
Yeah, well, you'll recognize me when you see me. I'm probably physically the shortest player in the field. I'm about 5'5" in spikes. But I'm not a short hitter, and I always drove it pretty straight. So I would say over the years, my best parts of my game is off the tee and on the green. I'm always pretty confident about my putting. I mentioned that I was not getting the results I wanted here, kind of getting frustrated lately. I haven't been hitting it well from the fairway, to be honest with you. And that, here I go probably jinxing myself, but I really recently feel like I found something to keep it out of left field. That's been my issue.
Hey, why is that? Why does that happen, Ben? Explain we all play. So explain, when you're struggling from the fairway like that and you're trying to throw it onto the green, how do you change it so that you get solid and you're confident?
Yeah, well, I'm not afraid to ask people for their help. There's tons of information out there, but sometimes it can get overwhelming. Steve Dalby's a guy that's at Phoenix Country Club that's been a lifelong friend. We're from the same hometown, and he's a guy that can help kind of steer me in the right direction. But even with, I wish I had better news for you and your listeners. Like, even with good instruction and good insight, I got news for you. It's a hard game, and sometimes there's no easy answer, And that's what makes guys like Longer or Scotty Scheffler, guys go on these runs where they just dominate, and it's so impressive, because for most of us, it's a little bit more fleeting moments of great play, if you know what I'm saying.
Ben Walder joining us. He is a two-time Big Ten Conference champion at the University of Wisconsin. He qualified for the U.S. Senior Open Championship. The thing that really pisses me off, Ben, is Steve and I are very good friends. We used to do a radio show together. He's been coaching me for so many years. I'm 55, and I can barely get into the 70s, so I don't know what he's doing to help you, but he needs to do the same for me. And I'm just a little ticked off because I'm going to send him this interview that he got a shout out, and you're getting all the love. Maybe because I'm not from Wisconsin, maybe he doesn't want to help me out. I mean, maybe I'll call Steve Stricker.
That could listen. That could be, but you've heard the expression "too much loss."
Yeah, that's great.
I don't know.
I've had him swear. He's changed clubs with me. He's changed everything, and nothing has worked. To the point where I had to go with someone else, but that ain't working either.
Oh,
so, anyway.
my God.
No, hey, we are excited for you, man. We hope we can catch up with you after you have success in that tournament in Rhode Island, and we'll love to catch up and follow your career as you're starting a new chapter. And thanks for making some time, and thanks to boys at the refreshment stand for reaching out, because I know they're listening, and we appreciate you, man. Local guy, we want you to go far.
Man, those guys are the best, and so are you. I appreciate being involved, and would love to talk to you again.
You got it. Ben Walter joining us. He's going to the U.S. Open, that being the Senior Open Championship. It's June 27th to the 30th at Newport Country Club, Rhode Island. So you'll be able to bet him now that you know him. You know, Steve Dalby.
He's hosing you.
Steve's had Martin Laird. He's had a bunch of guys on tour, and good for Steve actually to have some success with some of his players.
That? He's out there. You got Mike Allen, who's been playing great golf.
Jimmy Carter,
Jimmy Carter, and you're out there with these guys. And you're just like, I'm just going to go play my best and see what happens. Now he's got he's a phenomenal player at an earlier age,
right?
But I mean, for a lot of folks, and I was talking to Ben a little bit earlier about how a lot of athletes, baseball, football, hockey guys will try to go get on the senior tour, the Champions Tour, and they're like, oh my gosh, they'll go compete in these tournaments, these qualifiers. They're like, they had no idea. These guys are damn good golfers. They think that their scratch golf is something. He goes, no, the guys that compete against are minus scratch golf. That's what they compete with.
You know, the thing is with a guy like Ben, he has the accolades. I mean, he was the Amateur Player of the Year in '93 in Wisconsin, two-time Big Ten champion. He beat out Stricker. He was on the Canadian Tour. He's now in the Wisconsin Hall of Fame. I can go on and on, but I don't know how you don't play much, in your 30s and 40s. I mean, unless you're working, you got to get a career, maybe start a family. Now you get in your 50s, your job's doing pretty good. You got some discretionary income. You can then get back to your craft, because I'm sure. He's the kind of guy, if I got to scramble, he's not on tour right now. If I could have got him a few weeks ago, you might have won. Hey, Ben, you would have played the scramble at Gainey? I need a fourth.
I think
what's your handicap?
The point you make there, Rock, is maybe he was really struggling trying to get on the tour, and he found this job and he goes, I'm going to make a good living. I got kids, I got a wife, I got this. Now all of a sudden things have settled down. And maybe the kids are out of the house, or the wife is giving him, hey, look, go for it, if he's married or not. But it's, you go your 30s and 40s, you're hustling your butt off. But if you can't make it, you got to eat, you got to pay bills. But now that he's got maybe a little credit, a little extra room there, leeway, he can go out and do the love that he wants to do.
Or the flip side is he's in a real estate business, and that is hit the what, and he figured I better try something else. But I go back to something I know.
I love his attitude. Hey, look, I've got a job, I've got nothing to lose. I'm going to go out there and have fun and play. But I just can't imagine how tough that is to have all these guys that are just these true pros. You're not a pro. Just they've been playing while you've been selling or you've been working.
But think about that. He what did I say? Double bogey.
Yep.
He had 4 bogeys in that qualifier, a bunch of birdies, and he had an eagle. I mean, that is scrambling. I mean, I take pride in scrambling all day long. I mean, but that's just my game. You don't call it scrambling. You just call it bad golf. It's like, damn.
So are you always looking for your ball off the tee?
Yeah, I play big courses, Jimmy. I don't play like, you in Sun Lakes where it's, 5,000. Right, you play like 5,000. You play for the 4 tees, right? So you guys don't have desert out there. You hit a house and it goes right back into the fairway. I know, because Mr. Manucci lived on number 10 or whatever it was. Number 6. Yeah. The tee box. You literally sit out there with your chair, and you can touch the tee box because the houses are so damn close to the
property lines. Right.
I mean, literally, it's from you and I. It's less than 6 feet.
It's probably 25 feet, 30 feet.
You hear people grunting, and when you're having dinner, the windows closed.
Yeah, we're hitting 3 woods or 5 woods, and Jimmy, you're hitting that driver, right?
What course is that? The one that
Oakwood.
Yeah, is that what you play?
Yeah. Jackson and I played it. Jackson and I scored really well that
Of course you will. It's a freaking small course.
No, it wasn't.
5,000,
Ask
right?
Jax.
5,000
No,
yards,
it was over
5,500.
6. No, it's 6.
Come on.
You
guys aren't playing
It was over 6 because he was playing from
You're playing the back
he
tees?
played
Yeah, that's
the
different.
tips.
Yeah.
Back tees were like 6,100.
Okay. So what are the forward tees?
My dad
56?
No,
It's a good course.
My dad called it.
I'm not knocking a course at all.
No, yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm just talking that it's a short course. You're making fun of me saying I'm looking for my ball.
Not Oakwood. Oakwood
My
is not
dad
a short course.
My dad described. He was a member at Arizona Country Club for many years.
Sure.
He called it Executive Plus, is what he called.
Did he really?
Yeah,
that's all you need to say.
I said, Dad, how was he? Goes,
From Mr. Manucci?
Yeah.
God rest his soul?
Yes.
He knows. I bought his golf cart.
Absolutely.
You don't have your own golf cart, do you, out there?
No.
How do you not?
I ride my bike.
You with your golf cart?
Yeah. I just put them on my shoulder and take off.
You are so full of you know what.
I am not.
You really ride your bike?
Yes, I can.
You got a little Huffy with a little basket on it? What is that?
It's across the back. I still have training wheels on it.
Seriously, do you really ride your bike
Absolutely.
to the golf course with your golf clubs?
Yeah, I've done it before. Yeah, it's not that
She's
far.
done it like one time.
No.
It's like you do it all the time.
It's not that
You
far
got
from
your
my house.
driver, your putter, an iron, and a wedge.
Oh, yeah, it's an executive course. You don't need any clubs. You don't need your driver.
Executive Plus.
Executive Plus.
Jeez. Hey, Ben is brought to you today by the Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. Hopefully you can bet him at the Senior U.S. Open. You can bet the game, watch the game. They got 3 live betting windows, 6 self-service betting kiosks, plus 8 screens displaying all the betting lines. Check it out for yourself. Open daily from 8 to 11. Hey, we're out here at Twin Peaks, Scottsdale. All locations today. It's a BOGO wing day when it comes to bone-in. So if you love the wings are great. The menu is outstanding. The bone-in or buy one, get one. Just buy a big beer or a big soda, and you get yourself the buy one, get one. So check that out. Aaron Rodgers decided to start his summer vacation on Monday. Skip mandatory practice. Big deal or not a big deal? We'll discuss that next with Roc and Manuch and Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
Need an all-in-one wireless copier and printer or IT help for your business? Call Document Solutions of the Valley, the official copier and IT solutions company for Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Document Solutions is leading the Valley in business solutions for copier and IT service. They'll support your business no matter how big or small. Take advantage of either buying, leasing, or renting many makes and models of copiers. For a free quote, call 623-252-8282. Document Solutions of the Valley. Our service can't be copied.
What's up, guys? Jason Payne, owner of State 48 Roofing. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. Hashtag sexy roof status. At State 48 Roofing, we are family owned and operated, born and raised in Arizona. We'd love to give back to our schools and community. Contact us at state48roofing.com.
Hey, sports fans, celebrate every big game with El Bandito Yankee, an ultra-premium tequila made from 100% Blue Weber agave in the highlands of Jalisco. Their certified additive-free Blanco and Reposado feature a unique oxygenation process for a rich smoothness without that tequila burn. That's why they've won platinum and gold medals and are now listed as one of the world's top tequilas by Rolling Stone. Head over to your local store, favorite bar, or restaurant and enjoy. Go to elbanditoyankee.com and break out the Bandito with the official tequila of game day.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Investing in a high-quality misting system from Fogco will be the coolest decision you ever make for your home patio, pool area, or commercial property. Fogco, the Valley's original manufacturer of high-pressure fog systems, is one of the pioneers in the misting industry for over 35 years. Let Fogco transform your outdoor living and entertainment areas into a cool and soothing tropical showcase.
All right, sounds good.
If you're looking for quality, reliability, and value, get a free quote at fogco.com. That's FOGCO.com.
Pride Month is here, and Bounty is ready to soak up the celebration. There's going to be a whole lot of this, a whole lot of this, and a whole lot of this. Spills happen, but messes can't cancel the Pride fun with Bounty. With P&G and iHeartRadio, we're rolling out Can't Cancel Pride, a night of performances, togetherness, and a whole lot of partying. You bring the fun, we'll bring the bounty. Tune in to the Can't Cancel Pride live stream on June 12th or on demand after on iHeartRadio's Facebook, YouTube, and more. Together, let's keep Pride rolling at home or wherever you're celebrating.
Going abroad for the first time in years to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Scottsdale, located on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard in the 101.
Talked about this yesterday, but Aaron and I are on the exact same page.
You're live.
There's no issue between Aaron or his teammates for that matter. So like I said, we addressed it yesterday. It's more of an issue for everyone outside the building than it is inside, and that's about it.
Jets head coach Robert Saleh. They're doing the best they can to avoid distractions. He reiterated that he and Aaron Rodgers are on the exact same page as you just heard. If you're not familiar with the situation on how you can't be, the Jets had mandatory minicamp this week, but Aaron Rodgers decided the summer vacation needed to start on Monday. So he was not in attendance for the past 2 days because his trip was scheduled a couple months ago. And there is a divide on the fan base, that being the Jet fan base, as well as just fans in general, on is this a big deal or is this not a big deal? You know, he comes out talking about if you want to win if you want to be a winning organization and put yourself in position to win championships and be competitive, everything that you do matters. That's Aaron. And for a franchise that hasn't made the playoffs in 14 years, maybe it is important for your quarterback to be there. He has 4 snaps. 4 snaps as a New York Jet. So my question to you, Manuch, big deal or not a big deal? Because I have a take on both.
I will say is I think to Aaron Rodgers' comments there, I think for them to get back to where they need to get back to with him there. Now I will say is he's been there through all the OTAs. He's been there doing all the stuff he has. But I would say, hey, look, for this team to take the next step with him, I feel it should be there. So I think it's a big deal. I think you're the starting quarterback. You're the leader of that team. I don't care if you've been there for the last 3, 4, 5 weeks, whatever. I think that you say, hey, look, coach, I'm here. I'm all in. We've got to get off the schneid with me. I've only got maybe 2 or 3 more years. I think it's a big deal because I think your starting quarterback for your team should be at your minicamp. OTAs or not. Minicamp is minicamp. It's a little more focused. Everybody's there. Aside from Hassan Reddick, I guess he's not there either. But I think that as your starting quarterback, that's part of your responsibility to be there through all of the mandatory offseason workouts.
All right, I have a difference of opinion. I don't think that they knew about it, and I don't think they care. He was there for every day at the OTAs. That was 3 weeks long. What the hell is 3 days going to make a difference? And Manucci even stated this on the show yesterday, that even the Arizona Cardinals, who won only 4 games, did 1 day of mini camp, and then the other 2 days they didn't do anything on the field. It was just some class work. So,
which is also wrong.
Well,
why is that wrong?
Yeah,
they should be on the field, Rock.
But you're okay with Aaron Rodgers, starting quarterback, not having more reps with his wide receiver?
No, I said he should be there. I didn't say he. I said he should be there. He should be there totally.
I don't think it matters.
Well, but you guys are talking out of both sides of your mouth. At least you are, Manuch.
I'm not.
You're first saying, "Oh, he didn't miss any of this. He didn't miss any of that." But he still needs to be there.
Yes, absolutely, he does. I mean,
does it matter in the second week of the season when he goes 20 for 24, 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks, and the Jets win? Will it matter? Anybody going to bring up the fact that he missed 2 days in June?
This is how I look at it. Okay, I look at it. You work on timing. You work on a lot of things. Every day you get reps on the field, Arizona Cardinals, especially a team won 4 games. Seriously, that you're going to give them. I'll give them a couple of days off, and we'll just go through things mentally.
But this
get
is
on the
about
field.
Cardinals.
I know.
This is Aaron Rodgers.
You can't. This isn't a comparison.
So when you look at Aaron Rodgers, okay, Aaron, you missed all of last year. That's great. You're at the OTAs, but here's your mini camp where it's a little more focused. There's more. A lot of the guys are there. It's mandatory. So you look at this and go, okay, it's mandatory, but you've given him the green light to take off. So Salah's comments were confusing as well. I just think as a quarterback, as the guy leading the charge, why you couldn't wait 3 days to go on your vacation to be there part of the team and work some of that stuff out, getting ready for the season?
It's not like he can't change his plane reservation. The guy makes billions of dollars. It's not like it's a money issue.
That's what I said.
The thing, it doesn't set a good precedence to the rest of the team and some of these other up-and-coming veterans that have been there. All right, well, Aaron Rodgers got away with it. It wasn't a charity. It wasn't a family emergency. It wasn't anything like that that allowed him to go.
Yeah,
it's an over-the-seas vacation, which you can always change a flight and you can change your Airbnb or your hotel room. All right, so maybe you missed that wine tasting that one day. But come on.
That's my point. Be there for your guys. If this is going to be a team scenario, I just think that the starting quarterback is the guy. You're there. Is it mandatory or not mandatory? If you're around, you're working with your guys, especially with the team, and working with your new receivers, tight ends, all the above. You need to be there. That's part of a leader.
Let me ask you this. If this was
OTAs are not as intense as many.
What's Aaron Rodgers? 41, right?
40, yep.
Let's just say 2 years ago, Tom Brady is playing. Tom Brady did the same thing with Tampa Bay. Would you say the same thing?
Absolutely, I would.
He did leave because he had marital difficulty at that time.
That's different.
And he left.
That's kind of a family emergency, wouldn't you say?
I would say
not
so.
to go on vacation overseas.
I would agree.
To go do what he does.
Wait,
He's such a bizarre guy.
He is a bizarre guy, but you know that going in. But Rock, you just said in game 2 of the NFL season, he throws for 300 yards, 4 touchdowns.
You don't care.
Nobody gives a rat's.
I'm leaning towards I don't give it. You know what?
I
It's
don't.
New York that kind of blows this all up. If Kyler Murray, we would talk about it for a day or two and then let it go. But you're right. It doesn't affect the season. It doesn't affect the season.
You know what?
You're not winning a championship in June.
Well, you know what? They got a lot of install stuff they're putting in.
They've been doing it for freaking 4 months.
Okay, but you got receivers. It's timing, tempo. I mean, you can never.
How can you do that when you don't wear pads?
Guys, you can never gain back reps you never take. So I'm like the Cardinals.
Maybe you don't want too many reps. He's 41. His arm can't handle more reps.
Well, he can be out. There's the mental reps. There's all that.
He doesn't mental reps.
No.
Tom Brady, Super Bowl champion. He's right up there with Tom Brady.
Tom Brady never missed any workout unless it's the Giselle
and neither
thing.
did Aaron Rodgers until now.
Okay, but I just think that that's wrong. I think for a season where you didn't play but 4 plays, and you want to come out guns a-blazing against San Francisco.
Let me finish. He only played 4 plays.
Well, I get it, but I mean that's my point. He only played 4 plays. He needs.
It's not like he's a first-round pick, Manuch, and then he hasn't played before.
Here's the thing:
the guy is a Super Bowl champion, MVP. How many years? 2, 3?
He's only 2 years away from being an MVP.
Okay, but the offense, the time. I'm telling you guys, they're not going to be together for 5 weeks.
Manuch, if 2 of your students, if Brock Purdy called out sick 2 days, would that have affected him getting drafted last in the league and then taking his team to a Super Bowl? No. Those 2 days.
He's sick.
It doesn't matter. He still missed 2 days.
Okay,
getting the reps that you keep talking about.
If you're missing, if you're sick, that's one thing. If you're healthy,
it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're looking about reps.
Yeah, exactly right. So if he's sick, he can't take the reps, can he?
No.
Okay, so if you're healthy, you're going to take the reps to help out.
But it's not going to change the outcome in October.
You never know.
There's no way to figure it. There's no way to go back and say, if he would have practiced on Monday and Tuesday, he would not have thrown that pick. Come on.
That is true.
Oh, but dude.
I understand.
You guys,
no, it's coming from
I've
coaching.
been there and done that.
I've been
I know.
So you want a
I know.
freaking award? Who cares? This is common sense. It doesn't matter what happens in June.
You know what?
To September.
Not to you guys or fans, but to that football team, that matters to those guys.
You really think a veteran, let's just say offensive lineman for the Jets.
Let's say Breece Hall, the running
There you
back.
go.
Okay, he's like a 3-year vet now. Okay, do you think that's going to matter? That he didn't take a handoff for a day?
Damn right, you're there.
Oh, stop.
You guys don't understand team, chemistry, all that stuff. Folks, it matters. You guys are individual sport guys. I was a team guy. Being part of the team matters about everybody being on board.
I'm not arguing that. But
that's
missing 2 practices in the summer when you got a real training camp in a month and a half, that's fine. You can make up those reps, work after practice, and you'll equal the reps that you missed on Monday and Tuesday in June.
I disagree.
How do you disagree with that?
I disagree.
You're going to tell me you can't get more reps during training camp?
You can. Guys go early and they stay late.
But there's a lot of stuff you work on now prior to training.
What does Aaron Rodgers need to work on?
Maybe there's new plays they're putting in. There's a lot of
He's probably writing the plays himself.
I get it. So how about those guys that are not familiar with your plays? How about the guys
What does that have to do with
timing or any of that stuff? It all with him. He's throwing the ball, right? What if you got new receivers?
Well,
you got tight
that's
ends?
why you'll understand this. There's backup quarterbacks that could fill in to run those plays.
Here's the thing. You need as many reps as you can while you can. And on top of that, if you're the guy, postpone your stuff. You got a couple extra days. You can go pay for it. Hell, you can take your charter over there for crying out loud. Just tell your plane just to hang out from that standpoint.
I'm not buying it, especially since it's Aaron Rodgers and he has seen everything and done everything. If it was a rookie QB, okay, now I agree with you. Or a first or second year QB, I agree with you. Not Aaron Rodgers.
Tom Brady, how many Super Bowls he win?
He won 7.
Aaron's got 1.
Yeah.
Tom Brady never missed any workouts.
We don't know that. We don't know that for a fact.
They talk about there's an article on Brady. OTAs, mini camps, all the above.
Yeah.
He was always there, always around the complex. Always
good
available.
for him.
Yep. That's why he's got more suits. That's why he's one of the greatest of all time.
He had other players that helped him obtain those 7 Super Bowls.
Who was throwing him, Jimmy?
I know he was throwing it. I get that. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, Rock made a good point. He won a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl.
Maybe some of those NFC Championship games he would have practiced more than might have won some of those.
So Jimmy, just I'm gonna clear the air right now, and we can move on because I know we got to go to break. Manuch has been on this show with me and has declared that he is and was just as good as Aaron Rodgers was.
Skill set.
See, skill set. He feels that he has the same skill set as Aaron Rodgers.
He asked me for a comp. I said, Aaron Rodgers is a comp. Running, throwing, on the run, 75 yards. Actually lay it out there. Dang, Skippy. You asked.
What are you drinking? I know it's not coffee.
Hey, coming up, we're going to go to Edmonton, where the Rogers Center is going to go nuts because that's where the Oilers have a lot of success. Will home ice be the difference? We'll catch up with former Coyotes assistant coach Steve Peters as the Panthers lead the series 2-0. That's next. You're listening to Roc and Manuch. Rock and Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy B on Fox Sports 910.
What's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix?
Mercury look to avoid slipping below 500 on the season with a win against the Aces tonight. The team signed 2024 draft pick Charisma Osborne and waived Morgan Birch. The NBA draft less than 2 weeks away. The Suns own just 1 pick, number 22 overall. No official dates for Cardinals training camp have been announced, but Coach Jonathan Gannon alluded to the team reconvening July 23rd earlier in the week. The D-backs put Brandon Pfaadt on the bump for their rubber game against the Angels. Arizona starting pitching ranks among the bottom 5 in baseball with a collective 4.91 ERA. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeart Radio.
Fogco, the Valley's original manufacturer of high-pressure fog systems, has been cooling their customers for over 35 years. Fogco provides their customers with results that exceed their expectations, with reliable misting and fogging solutions that you can count on all summer long. Head to fogco.com.
In a recent survey, when people were asked who they thought the best personal injury attorney in Arizona was, more than 9 out of 10 people chose Lerner & Rowe. In fact, Lerner & Rowe has been voted best personal injury attorney in Arizona for the past 9 years. Our experience, reputation, and proven results have made it possible for us to recover billions of dollars for over 150,000 injured people. At Lerner & Rowe, getting you the best result is what we do best. Hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck and need a check? Call us today.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Do you ever have a case of the Mondays?
You won't if you tune in to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B from 1 till 4 as they broadcast live from the CAZ Sportsbook at the CAZ Sports Bar. That's every Monday from Casino.
PD is ready to go.
We're Comparing Insurance Agency. Never heard of us? We know. But to help it stick that our local agents are insurance experts, we're going to say local agent 3 times in the next 5 seconds. Local agent, local agent, local agent.
Find us at comparinginsurance.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Father's Day is coming up. Taking on a job with Dad, for Dad? Now you can save on brakes, oil, wash and wax, and more during the AutoZone Father's Day sale, now through the 16th. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
iHeartRadio Earth is here with a new way to enjoy our beautiful planet. Reduce your impact on the environment this fall by packing a waste-free lunch for school or work. Avoid foods with excessive packaging. Use reusable cutlery, napkins, cups, bags, and containers, and recycle or compost any waste when possible. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
Hello out there. We're on the air. It's hockey.
I decided not to use the Open because it still has the PHX Coyotes branding in it. So
The goalie jumps.
it's not called that anymore. They're gone. So
Someone roars. Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game.
yeah, so it's old. So I just generic Hockey Open instead. I like the song anyway. All right, you guys are live.
It's the good old hockey game.
Canada. As the Florida Panthers hold a 2-0 series lead against the Oilers in the Stanley Cup Final. Joining us now, former Coyotes assistant coach Steve Peters joins us now from Edmonton. I got to tell you, I mean, what kind of per diem do you get? I mean, you're in Florida, now you're up there, and does the exchange screw up with the per diem? Or call, Rock?
No, I tell you what, I'm not so concerned about the per diem as I am this whole flight schedule thing. Like this is a long way from Florida, so if you're not sure, check out a map and look where Edmonton is. Mm-hmm. It's not near Florida. This is not fun. The travel part, hockey part's great. The travel part's been really tough.
It is the longest ever trip between two hockey cities in the National Hockey League Stanley Cup Finals.
Of course it is. Of course it is, because I'm traveling. Of course it is.
So is that why the Panthers flight was delayed and they only had less than 24 hours? Was that a problem to get ready for
it?
Today?
It is, and it's funny. It is funny because I look at they have the day off, and Edmonton flew 2 days ago and got here 2 days ago, and Florida flew yesterday. And it was a big talk around here because they didn't land until 8:30, and I know it's 8:30, but 10:30 East Coast body time. A lot of people around here are wondering why they didn't fly the day before.
Yep.
Because they didn't. Now they're not acclimated to the city, the time zone. I question the decision, but their coaches must have felt that the day at home was beneficial. I apologize for the noise. I'm literally in the basement of the rink, so I'm sorry about the noise. But yeah, it's a big deal, and they did get delayed, and that could. I'm worried about their start tonight.
I'm more worried about Edmonton and their top four scorers are scoreless. What's the deal? I mean, this isn't what I expected coming into this.
No, the one thing for the Edmonton Oilers, they need Connor McDavid to score.
Yeah.
He has to be the guy that leads the team offensively, and he's having a hard time. But what Connor McDavid does when he's struggling is he tries to do more. And the problem with him doing more, they defend him so well. He needs the other players around him to get him space. And that's just not happening. I'm really concerned. However, I do think tonight with the Oilers back at home, I expect them to have a really good start tonight. I actually think the Oilers are going to come out flying tonight, and that includes Connor McDavid.
You know, Steve, you talked to us. We previewed this game last week about how the physicality of Florida, how they attack the opposing team defensively. But I got to tell you, with this explosion of 4 goals in a row, you know they could score, but not with that kind of explosiveness. Did Edmonton just basically get downtrodden and reference what was going on around them? What created that? Was it the physicality? They just warmed down and do?
The biggest problem with Edmonton right now is their defensive zone system or mistakes. If they make one mistake, it ends up in their net. And they've had some very egregious defending mistakes. And again, to your point, they wear teams down. And they wear teams down, and they wear teams down, and you just wait for that mistake. Florida's just a patient team. They feel they're going to win every game as long as they stay in it and it stays close, and that's how they're playing Edmonton. They wait for Edmonton to make a mistake, they pounce on it, and then they're able to get goals and take that lead, and that's what we've seen so far in this series. Edmonton's got to find a way to create offense, period. Like, they've got to score goals. They have 1 goal in 2 games. You're not going to win any games like that in the Stanley Cup Final.
Steve, you know I have sources in Edmonton. I've been told that because of the lack of physicality by Edmonton, that people have seen the Hanson brothers warming up at a local rink, getting ready to put on jerseys tonight. Look, I'm making a joke here with the Hanson brothers, but they are not as physical, the Oilers, as the Florida Panthers are.
No, they're not. And the concern is they really could use the Hanson brothers right now because they're more physical players. You look You look at Evander Kane, who's a guy that does bring some of that physical element for the Edmonton Oilers. He's likely not to play tonight. He had an injury he probably shouldn't have played in game 2, but he tried to get through the pain. He didn't. He played poorly. So we expect Evander Kane out of the lineup, and Darnell Nurse, another guy that brings the physicality for Edmonton. He's another guy that's questionable for tonight. So I'm not sure where they're going to get that pushback. I'm really concerned about the physical part of the game for the Edmonton Oilers. I don't think they have the players in the lineup that can push back against this Florida Panther team.
Steve Peters here, Fox Sports 910. Steve, let's talk about the goaltending on both sides. That's where these championships are won. Let's start with Florida. I think it's pretty safe to say he may have stole game 1, and he was pretty good in game 2.
Yeah, Sergei Bobrovsky right now, he's the leading candidate for the Conn Smythe winner as the playoff MVP. He's been absolutely elite. Like that first game, you're right, he did steal that game, and I think without his performance in game 1, we're looking at a much different series. He's been outstanding. Again, though, I worry about tonight, and he let in the first shot on goal in game 2 and was able to lock it down after that, but a lot of that was because of his team and the way they defended in front of him. Today, there's just this feeling today. I don't know if Florida's ready to play today. I still go back to their getting in so late last night that I think that's going to be a problem. Bobrovsky is going to see more pucks than he did in game 2. He's going to see a lot more pucks than he did in the last game. Let's see how he handles it in this hostile environment.
Steve Peters is our guest on the Right Toyota guest line. Let me follow up, and we made some jokes about the Hanson brothers and, of course, the movie Slapshot. But what I wanted to follow up on here is that if you're concerned then that you may not get that all-out play from the Panthers due to what you just talked about with their flight issues, do you see Edmonton trying to play racehorse hockey? In other words, trying to beat the Panthers down the ice on every opportunity?
Absolutely. And that's what they did in game 1. You saw them coming out a lot. They were getting behind the Florida Panther defense. They were playing with speed through the neutral zone, and they were unable to do that in game 2. I would think this is all going to be about races between the blue lines. I would expect pucks just thrown out to the neutral zone and watching those Edmonton Oilers speedy forwards skate onto those pucks. I am absolutely convinced without the ability to play that physical style that Florida plays, you're going to see quick movement, and you're going to see the speed of the Oilers tonight. I think you nailed it on the head, Jimmy. I think that is the way that the Edmonton Oilers team has to approach tonight, because they can't get stuck in a wall battle. They just don't have the players that can play that style. So look for them to play fast.
I'm with you on that 100%. In game 1, we did see a couple of breakaways, but Bobrovsky stone cold them on the doorstep. It has to be different tonight.
Yeah, it is. They need those same kind of looks, those same kind of breakaway looks. But when you go back and watch the film, all of those shots that they had on, all of those breakaways were along the ice. And Bobrovsky is dangerous down low. They got to get the puck up when they're in tight against Bobrovsky. You got to beat them high.
Steve, where do you rate of all the Canadian rinks? Where does Rogers place? Where does that fall when it comes to the crowd?
In Canada, number one.
Number one.
The capacity here is massive. It's a huge building, and when it gets loud, it gets loud. Like this is going to be a different atmosphere than what we saw in Florida. I think it's going to be almost overwhelming, and as many people are inside the building, there's just as many outside the building. Right outside the building, you got the mosh pit, and this city is abuzz, and Florida was not. You did not know that the Stanley Cup playoffs were being held in the greater Miami area. You come here, everybody's got their jerseys on. Every storefront has the sign. It's Oiler hockey time, and it's just a different buzz here, and I really think the players are going to feed on that tonight.
Steve, enjoy it. Make sure you use all the per diem so you can get some homework. Because, we got
you keep it on the guard.
It's fine. It's fine.
I don't know. Here's the other thing.
Yeah.
We stopped the mouse the other day before I left. So we put the mouse trap in. Mouse trap went out. Caught him out.
Nice.
My wife would not touch it. Respect the mouse.
If you would just get a real dog, it's a little like lab dog. Your dog is afraid of it. My lab will take care of it. Yeah, just get your dog. That's all you need.
They took care of it. You, Rob.
Appreciate it, Steve. Thanks for joining us on the road. It's awesome.
Talk to you guys later.
Thank you,
Thank
Matt
you.
Peters. Join us from Edmonton as he's brought to you today by All City Towing. If you're looking for a career that pays really well, and that has incredible benefits, All City Towing continues to grow. Head to allcitytowing.com and search careers. That's allcitytowing.com and search careers. Well, we need a contestant to challenge one of the beautiful Twin Peaks girls here at Scottsdale. We'll take the fifth caller at 602-260-9191. That's 260-9191. The games you're going to select today, it'll be Panthers and Oilers tonight. Then we'll go Celtics, Mavs tomorrow night. And then Saturday night, it's back to Panthers at Oilers. We'll have that and today's stupid dad joke. We love them. It's next right here on Fox Sports 910.
Hey, sports fans, celebrate every big game with El Bandito Yankee, an ultra-premium tequila made from 100% Blue Weber agave in the highlands of Jalisco. Their certified additive-free Blanco and Reposado feature a unique oxygenation process for a rich smoothness without that tequila burn. That's why they've won platinum and gold medals and are now listed as one of the world's top tequilas by Rolling Stone. Head over to your local store, favorite bar, or restaurant and enjoy. Go to elbanditoyankee.com and break out the Bandito with the official tequila of game day.
Need an electric charger installed or a TV mounted? Contact AC Electrical Family at acelectricalfamily.com or call 602-577-1392. That's acelectricalfamily.com to book your free quote now. AC Electrical Family. Power up with the best.
Rock for WrightToyota.com. At Wright Toyota, they'd like you to get to know them. Their goal is to make buying your next vehicle the kind of experience that earns your recommendation to family and friends. They invite you to use all of their innovative web tools on WrightToyota.com. So if you're looking for a new or pre-owned Toyota, head to their interactive website at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection, all at WrightToyota.com.
It's Gross. Join me, Bauer, and Jackson every Saturday from 11 to 1 live from the sports book at the CAZ Sports Bar at Casino, Arizona for Take the Points. Powered by the sports book at CAZ Sports Bar.
Need an all-in-one wireless copier and printer or IT help for your business? Call Document Solutions of the Valley, the official copier and IT solutions company for Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Document Solutions is leading the Valley in business solutions for copier and IT service. They'll support your business no matter how big or small. Take advantage of either buying, leasing, or renting many makes and models of copiers. For a free quote, call 623-252-8282. Document Solutions of the Valley. Our service can't be copied.
Family Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. It's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data, and you get to choose who joins your family plan starting as low as $25 a line. Does it have to be family? It can be family or people you like.
Get more lines and more savings. Switch to Straight Talk for family plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at Walmart and straighttalk.com. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com. Family plan discount with 4 lines, all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
Did you know there's a better way to use the bathroom? With a Squatty Potty. Squatty Potty is the original toilet stool, built to get your body into a natural squatting position on the toilet. It's clinically proven to reduce strain, time on the toilet, and get more poop out. Find yours today. Available at Walmart and Amazon.com. Join 8 million people who are having the best poop of their life. I mean, you're not going to use the bathroom with them, but you get what I'm saying. Squatty Potty, the #1 way to go #2.
Father's Day is this Sunday, so now's the time to save on the perfect gift at Macy's Father's Day sale. Use your coupon or Macy's card and take 25% off great gift ideas, or shop Father's Day specials like 50 to 60% off designer suits, blazers, and pants, and 40% off belts, wallets, and travel accessories. Plus find watches from Citizen, Bulova, Seiko, and more. Give love today at Macy's Father's Day sale. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Time for Peaks Picks, your weekly chance to win a $50 Twin Peaks man card by outscoring one of the beautiful Twin Peaks girls. Twin Peaks, the ultimate sports lodge and home of the 29-degree man-sized drafts. Twin Peaks, the best views in the game. Open in Scottsdale, Phoenix, Tempe, Glendale, and Deer Valley.
Hey, right now, all day here at Twin Peaks, all 5 locations, BOGO. Bone-in wings. Just buy yourself purchase of a large drink or soda or tea, whatever it is, and you get yourself a buy one, get one bone-in wings. How about that here at Twin Peaks? We're at the Scottsdale location, and we do Peaks Picks, and Angela is our Twin Peaks girl, but she is serving, so she is busy. But Jackson had the tough job of going to Angela and asking for her picks for these 3 games: Panthers at Oilers, Celtics at Mavs, and then Panthers at Oilers again on Saturday. So Hector from Avondale got his picks in. So let's start with the first one. And Jack, you tell me who Angela and Hector went with.
Yeah, so Angela went with the Panthers, and Hector agreed as well.
All right, both going to Panthers.
Celtics and Mavericks tomorrow night.
Hector's going Mavs. Thinks they'll steal game 4. And Angela thinks Celtics sweep.
Wow. Okay. Panthers and Oilers then on Saturday night.
Yeah. So Hector, he thinks that they're going to sweep. Panthers win both game 3 and game 4. But Angela thinks the Oilers got him in game 4.
Okay.
You know, how sad would it be? You had a week off between both finals, and if they're sweeps.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, that's not what they like. They do not want that at all. I mean, that's so much revenue that the NHL and the NBA bring in.
I wanted to ask Rick Horrell, but obviously we had other issues that we wanted to talk to him about. But there was a discussion that I heard earlier today on a national show about when the TV networks make their selections and they set up the dates for the NBA and the NHL, Major League Baseball, World Series, etc. They're all looking for 7 games.
Oh, sure.
Because that's where they make their money.
Yep, more avails.
Yes.
The thing that I didn't understand with this NBA, why would you go Wednesday, Friday?
Good
you know,
question.
you make your money on Sunday. You somehow figure out how to make these Sunday games work. You know, extend it. You know, because you think about it, at least for me, and I think a lot of my friends, Sunday afternoon is Sunday fun day watching sports.
Yep.
And watching, NFL, and you're so used to telling your significant other, hey, I got to go watch the Eagles, and you're gone for the whole day. Well,
Right.
you keep that going. And the fact that the NBA Finals and NHL are gone, what are you saying now? I got to watch the final round of the XYZ tournament? U.S. Open, that applies. But, there's only 4 of those you can use.
And
right?
what's an extra day or two to extend it? I mean, to have those key days on top of it all.
All right, Richie, hit the button.
Time for Roc's really bad dad joke of the day. I mean, really bad. Like, really bad. Here's Roc.
I got 5.
Okay.
A man walks into a lawyer's office and asks, how much for a consultation? 3 questions for $150, he says. Kind of steep, isn't it? Yeah. Now, what's your last question?
Very good.
How many priests does it take to screw in a light bulb? How many priests does it take?
That's in your wheelhouse.
screw
man.
in
You're
a
Catholic.
light
I'm not
bulb.
Catholic.
Being the altar boy that I was for
Yeah.
many, many years, I don't know. I don't know. I give up there, Roc, on that one.
None.
Oh, oh yes. Yeah.
Why did the coffee taste like dirt? Why did the coffee taste
Because
like dirt?
it was grounded.
Because it was ground just a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Close, man.
Yeah.
Close in the
Yeah.
ballpark
That was
there. Yeah.
So I found a book that solves 50% of your problems. So I bought 2.
I like that one. That's
And
good.
finally, where do you take someone who's been in a peekaboo accident? Where do you take someone who's been in a peekaboo accident?
I don't know, Roc.
I remember Peekaboo Street. She was a terrific U.S. Olympic skier.
Very good, Jimmy.
Thank
Wow,
you.
kicking in there.
Yeah.
Some useless knowledge there. Where do you take someone who's been in a peekaboo accident? ICU.
Oh.
All right, good.
Those are good.
Can we retire this segment?
No,
I love
It's so bad.
Hey, I thought my Peekaboo Street. Not only that, I can tell you where she grew up.
I don't care.
She grew up in Sun Valley, Idaho.
So what?
And I almost got another one there on the grounded one, the coffee. So I like it.
That was
trying
close.
to figure it out.
Yeah.
'Cause it was-
Well, Manuch, you're known for you would drink dirt if it was mixed with water.
heat it up.
That's
I'm
it.
good to
I
go.
know you're good.
You can heat it up in the microwave. I don't care. If it's a little muddy, we just add a little water to it.
There you
Stir it
go.
up.
2 minutes.
Hey, Larry Fitzgerald, easy for me to say, is going to serve as the keynote speaker for the Arizona Bank and Trust Fiesta Foundation football kickoff, which is going to be presented by the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess. It's a revamped event. It's going to happen on August 15th, and this is a kickoff. It's not a luncheon. It is a experience, and if you want tickets, you could go to tickets at fiestabowl.org. Go to the Fiesta Bowl website and just go to fiestabowl.org/football kickoff. If you are looking for tables and things like that, get a hold of me direct.
Just call Rock. Rock's
Just
your
call
guy.
me and I'll
Rock's
help
your
you out.
boy. He's your boy.
I'll get you the Rock deal. So, and I'm being serious about that, actually. So, anyway, that's just news came over the wire that we've known about for a while, but I'm glad I went public today that Larry Fitzgerald, last year was Desmond Howard.
Okay.
So this year it's Larry Fitzgerald.
Local
So
guy. They're one of the Mount Rushmore players of Arizona.
tomorrow we are going to do the Mount Rushmore of players. I need you all to submit to Jax your Mount Rushmore Cardinal players from 1988 and on. I don't want you going Deerdorf or Larry Wilson
or Jim Hart.
It's 1998 and on when
Jerry
they moved to
Metcalf.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Who are your top four on the Rushmore? And we'll post it tonight on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, what have you, and get listener participation and find out where people think. But
do I get extra credit if I list Frank Sanders 4 times?
You could, but you would be the only one that
Only
laughs.
one that did that.
Yeah, and laughs at that. But hey, hour number 3 is 1996 U.S. Open champion Steve Jones. He will join us. The word of the day, courtesy of Cardinals Michael Wilson, and we'll get an update from Howard Balzer from the Cards minicamp. We're out here at Twin Peaks in Scottsdale. It's a Thursday. We're always at Twin Peaks on Thursday, as a lot of people here watching the U.S. Open, as coverage starts at 3 o'clock on NBC. So people can now watch it over the air in about 4 minutes.
10.
It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Fox Sports 910.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B has been sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing.
Investing in a high-quality misting system from Fogco will be the coolest decision you ever make for your home patio, pool area, or commercial property. Fogco, the Valley's original manufacturer of high-pressure fog systems, is one of the pioneers in the misting industry for over 35 years. Let Fogco transform your outdoor living and entertainment areas into a cool and soothing tropical showcase. If you're looking for quality, reliability, and value, get a free quote at fogco.com. That's FOGCO.com.
Celebrate Father's Day this year at Van's Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, featuring the Callaway AI Smoke Woods and Irons. Now receive 2 times trade-in value towards any Callaway AI Smoke clubs. And from Bushnell, the new Tour V6 Series laser rangefinders provide you the most accurate distances in golf. Now $50 off. Shop with us this Father's Day in store or online. Van's Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
A small commitment at least 1 day a week helps reduce ground-level ozone pollution and helps us all breathe easier. Reduce traffic congestion and ozone-causing emissions by teleworking. Visit maricopa.gov/AQ to learn how you can help.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. See for yourself when you sign up today and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment. It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. Terms and conditions apply.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. For a limited time, save $500 on select Tempur-Breeze mattresses, or save $400 on select Stearns and Foster mattresses. Plus, get 5-year special financing on select in-store purchases made with your Ashley Advantage Synchrony credit card. Hurry to your local Ashley store or ashley.com for the best 4th of July mattress deals. Going on now, only at Ashley. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. No minimum purchase required. See store for details.
At Charmin, we're so excited for Pride Month, we just had to sing about it.
is, and it's our duty to come together and shake that booty. Charmin loves men's bodies and everybody else. We'll help you stay clean when you need it the most.
Charmin is proud to partner with iHeartRadio for Can't Cancel Pride for the 5th year in a row. And while Pride is only a month long, our support rolls on forever. Enjoy the go and enjoy Pride with Charmin.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting from the Rappy Law Group Studios. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD3 Phoenix. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
A couple of hours away from Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals, with the Panthers owning a 2-0 series lead. With the series shifting to Edmonton, our coverage starts at 5 right here on Fox Sports 910. The Mercury look to avoid slipping below 500 on the season with a win against the Aces tonight. The team signed 2024 draft pick and Wade Morgan. NBA draft list. The Suns own just a single pick, number 22 overall. And the Diamondbacks will start Brandon Pfaadt on the mound tonight for what will be the rubber game of their series against the Angels. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910. Available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For tonight, partly cloudy skies, very slight chance of seeing some sprinkles out there. And then for your Friday, temperatures right around 107 with mostly sunny skies. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Bay Alarm.
When it comes to your business, protect what matters most with Bay Alarm. They'll work with you to design the right security system and send their expert technicians to install it. Worry less about your people and your property with Bay Alarm, because they got you. To learn more, visit bayalarm.com.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B is sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing. It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Scottsdale, located on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard in the 101.
Goodbye.
Steve Jones now on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, 1996 U.S. Open champion. How you doing, Steve? What's going on?
Oh, nothing much. Is there a tournament going on this week?
I think so, you know. So do they even invite you back every year since you're a past winner?
Yeah, they treat us really well. They give us some tickets we can give to people. Actually helped a couple people out this week, and they're enjoying it this week. And it's a little far for me to go, but I went last year to LA. It was a lot closer and hung out there for 2 or 3 days. That was fun.
How tough is Pinehurst number 2?
Yeah, it's definitely tough. I played in 99 and 05, and it was a bear. I mean, just they were talking about in 99 we had some rough, but in 05 they said we want guys to be able to hit the green, catch flyers out of the rough, get to the green, because they'll knock it over, and all the mounds. You're obviously playing with 50 or 60% of the green. It's not as big as it looks. It's with the rounded edges, and it can get real difficult. Things can go sideways real quick, and you just somehow try not to make any doubles and stay below the hole.
How tough is it to hit out of the fescue? I know like Abiante, which is Camelback, they have some terrain that kind of mimics the fescue. If you like, you're playing overseas. Is there any kind of trick to get out of that crap?
Well, it's not too bad, but you get that long grass, whatever they said they had 75 different plants or something. I don't know how many different types of grass they planted, all those bushes, little bushes, and you get in that. Hovland did. I think he made double or triple when he got in it, but it can be rough. I mean, you've got to get it back into play as quick as you can.
So, Steve, when you know that USGA is going to come in and do their thing, right? So you know that going into a U.S. Open, and for yourself, winning back in 1996, what would be the differences on the course versus if the PGA was running the track?
I don't think there would be much difference, just because Pinehurst 2 is minors too. You can't really work with much, and they're probably not going to grow the grass up around the edge of the green, which would stop the ball from rolling, way down. I think it is what it is, that type of course, and that Coors Crenshaw redid it a few years back, and I guess when was that? 2013 or 14. That was the first Open with the redo. There's not a lot you can do that would be different just because of those facts.
But what about in reference to some of the other courses? I mean, is there any kind of significant difference when the USGA takes over a particular course that you notice versus if it was a PGA track?
Oh, definitely. I mean, normally the USGA is going to grow that rough up, 4 inches, 5 inches, and then it keeps growing. By Sunday, it's even higher. And then obviously they like to firm the course up, firm the greens up, and that's very important to put the ball in the fairway, obviously, to be able to hit the green. So, but even if you've got an 8-iron in and you're hitting it onto a hard green, you got to land it in about a 10 or 20 foot area just so it would stop on the green. So they get it harder, and not necessarily trick it up, but it just, anytime you make firm greens, guys are used to throwing the ball right at the hole and stopping it. That's not going to happen this week.
Steve, my question is a simple one. How many F-bombs will the golfers say to themselves? I watched Morikawa pitch out of the fescue onto the green, and it rolled across the green and rolled down the other side. So these guys are used to making their shots and making birdies. This is the one tournament where obviously that doesn't take place that often. That's my question on how frustrating it is and the words that will come out of their mouth.
Yeah, I think a lot of words that shouldn't be repeated on TV is probably going to be said, and also they're probably going to invent a lot of words too. Yeah, so it can be frustrating, but you just maybe just get it out, but then move on to the next shot. Don't go crazy and blow yourself out of the tournament on one hole and get frustrated the rest of the way, because everybody's going to make bogeys, maybe a double or two. The best players usually don't make too many doubles. They actually said the last 3 winners never had a double in those 4 days, in those three weeks for the U.S. Open, which I was very surprised. And that's how you manage around there. You just can't make that big number.
Steve Jones here, 1996 U.S. Open champion here on Fox Sports 910. Steve, you've been around a lot of golfers that have come and gone, and when is it time? You look at a Phil Mickelson +9 today, a disastrous round 1, but he's coming off that miracle run where he tied second at the Masters just a year ago. What do you say to somebody like that has a bad round, and now the rumors are that he may retire?
Oh, well, I guess we'll have to see, but it can definitely happen. Look at Justin Thomas. I think he shot 7 over.
Mm-hmm.
It can happen in a heartbeat. Tomorrow the wind could get blown in the afternoon, and all of a sudden all those guys come back to the pack. And, it's hard to say that you're going to retire, because you always feel like you can catch lightning in a bottle at any moment in golf. You might have 15 not so good tournaments and maybe have 2 or 3 good tournaments, and that makes your whole year. So that's the thing about golf. You don't have to be top 20 every single week or top 10 like Scheffler's doing. A couple good finishes during the year, and you're fine. You feel upbeat. You feel like you can win any tournament any week, and then there does come a time as you get older, as we all know, things aren't going to come as easy. You're not going to make the putts, and then physically you got more injuries, and it just, there comes a time when you do call it quits.
When are you getting back out there, Steve?
Well, I've had a lot of injuries so far this year. I had the surgery on my knee, and my back kind of messed up a little bit. It's actually feeling okay, but I played 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, I played the PGA Seniors Iowa and kind of hadn't played in 7 months, trying to get my game going again. You got to get out there and get some reps, kind of like Tiger. He's just not getting enough reps.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm going to play in July, but I'm only going to play about 5 or 6 this year, and then kind of regroup, and hopefully next year I can play more.
So you went out and played the Wakanda Country Club, and there's not a flat lie on that course, Steve.
You're right about that. That is, they redid the course, and as long as the members like it, that's fine.
That's subtle,
Yeah.
right there.
Hey, Steve, thanks for jumping on with us. Congratulations going back to 1996 again. Why not? U.S. Open champion. That's outstanding. We always appreciate you making time for us. Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys, and it's going to be a great weekend.
That's Steve Jones joining us. Appreciate him joining us here on the Right Toyota guest line. Some news today. Big news broke out that the Big 12, which, let me figure this out. They had 14 minus the 2, added 4, so it's 14 right now? 14.
Going to be
you lose
16.
Oklahoma, you lose Texas, you gain Arizona State,
Utah,
and Colorado. Okay, so they were 14. They lose 2. Then they gain 4. So 14 or is it 16? 16.
Yeah.
So the talk is that they want to keep it the 12. In other words, they are now going to open up to naming rights. Allstate supposedly is the one that may come in as the title sponsor of the conference. But why would you want to keep the 12? Why not get rid of the number? Does it really matter if someone says I'm in the Big 12 or the Pac-12 or the SEC? Who gives a you-know-what?
I don't think it matters.
If it's the All-State
16.
It's the All-State
16
division in the State Farm division. Who cares? And, there'll be some people that get upset at first, but then they'll get over it in a month or two.
Hey, then the signature, for that sponsor to be the All-State 16, you know who it is now. And versus
but if they're going to add another 2 teams in a year or 2 years, then you're going to change it. Just don't do the number.
Just the All-State division. I guess you're right. I guess the All-State Midwest division, whatever you want to call it.
Look, college football is lost. They have lost. They have lost their tradition. They have lost integrity. Everything now is open and for sale. And Rock, I agree. I don't think it would make a difference if you want to maintain the 12. I think people would resist immediately. I guess right away they would resist. But after a few weeks, we're playing in the All-State Conference. I think that would be gone in a heartbeat.
I think fans would realize, hey, look, you got that extra money coming to your conference.
Correct. And your school.
Yeah, your school is going to get $2-3 million.
Yeah,
out of it.
I'd be like, whatever you want to name it, I'm fine. If that money is going to help them be competitive with all the other divisions who are going to get their naming rights there. I mean, it's just a matter of.
I just think it's going to be interesting to see how they slice and dice this sponsorship. So if you are All-State, you're going to pay $50 million for that contract. What does that enable you? Because a lot of these schools already have deals with particular categories.
Oh, that's correct.
So how are they going to be able to say, all right, well, part of this, it's just I'm going to get all this media, or I'm going to get the television, I'm going to get some radio. But when it comes to do you get your logo on all 16 fields as part of the deal? Because they're trying to sell that now. So I think it's going to be interesting. It's not as easy as, okay, let's just slap a name on it. There are a lot of things that come with a sponsorship in sports.
But then they approved that they'd be able to put logos on fields.
Yeah, but my point is, if you're let's just use somebody here in Arizona, Venezia's, okay, perfect example, one of our sponsors. They're official pizza partner.
Sure.
If Domino's comes in or Little Caesars or something like that, that would affect the Arizona State portion of this naming rights deal.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, right? And you can almost
got to find a category
for them
that doesn't conflict with the schools partnerships.
But it depends how much money that school's going to get and have those other partnerships they have.
But how bad a business that is if Domino's comes in and says, or Buffalo Wild Wings or Twin Peaks or whomever.
Right.
You just say, you go back to Dominic and Vanessa and say, sorry, buddy, you've been a long-term partner of ours. You've been selling pizza at both Mullet and Sun Devil, but Domino's is in. Sorry, we're not going to renew your deal.
I hope
the timing, because they have contracts that are 5-year deals, 3-year deals.
If those contracts are ironclad, you hope. But if that contract,
you pay him out, or we'll pay you.
Well,
I would hold my gun.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, if you want to, move on from that, what's the buyout? What's that buyout going to be for another sponsorship? Yeah, I think it's this. I agree, Jimmy. It's gotten out of whack, and all of it is mostly the NIL has been the key culprit for them to go get the money in order to be competitive.
Is it really a culprit? It's just a business.
I know,
it's all business now.
But Jimmy Rock, it's lined out when there was no control. So they basically it's all been run roughshod. So yeah, it's like a culprit. Okay, we're gonna go do this, and they started it here and they started there. Now everybody's kind of bought in because they have to buy in. They got to go get them extra money.
I just struggle because I have a lot of friends that are in this industry, and I'm in it too. And there isn't that much money out there. For all these schools like Arizona, Arizona State, NAU, GCU, they are all going after that same dollar to basically pay for players to come to get an education.
Well,
it's such a farce.
Well, I think that you look at creative ways, right? Because you're going to have to go find money. With Bobby Hurley going over to L.A., going to Hollywood, and hitting those guys.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily that. I think it's going after the nursing school, the communication school, going after those alum, not necessarily the athletic dollars. You got to go out. You got to go out and try to get money in different departments.
Yeah,
because you've already gone down that road trying to get sponsors for all the boasters that are big sports fans. But what about the doctor who went to Arizona State that runs the Mayo Clinic?
Well,
you got to go after. You have
to donate to the medical area.
But maybe you could do that, but you take a portion of those dollars and you put it into sports.
Yeah, creative. What's your consultants?
It's Thursday. It means we're broadcasting live from the 5 Valley Twin Peaks locations. Today is a BOGO Bone-In Wing Day, so buy a large soda or tea or pop or beer or draft, and you get yourself a buy one get one bone-in wings. We're watching the Golf Channel right now, and the guy is doing his he's showing you how to hit a ball, right? What he's teaching. It's pouring rain.
It is.
It's pouring rain, and he's doing this, and he whatever. Anyway, sorry, I'm distracted by that. So what does this sound like? On the Arizona Cardinals calls Marvin Harrison Jr. a particular word. We're going to see if you've ever heard the word, and maybe you could tell me what the word means. Or better yet, tell me how to say it. Sports Bar Gossip is next.
Valley traffic from the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
202 Red Mountain Freeway westbound off-ramp to Priest. We have an accident off-ramp off to the side. 101 Price Freeway southbound near Broadway. Have an accident being reported. And 17 southbound near Camelback Road, a crash.
This report is sponsored by the CONMEBOL Copa America USA 2024 Tour. Feel the greatness of the CONMEBOL Copa America USA 2024 at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. 3 matches, June 28th, Colombia versus Costa Rica. June 30th, Mexico versus Ecuador. And on July 6th, the quarterfinals. Buy your tickets at copaamerica.com/tickets.
Investing in a high-quality misting system from Fogco will be the coolest decision you ever make for your home patio, pool area, or commercial property. Fogco, the Valley's original manufacturer of high-pressure fog systems, is one of the pioneers in the misting industry for over 35 years. Let Fogco transform your outdoor living and entertainment areas into a cool and soothing tropical showcase. If you're looking for quality, reliability, and value, get a free quote at fogco.com. That's FOGCO.com.
Do you ever have a case of the Mondays? You won't if you tune in to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B from 1 till 4 as they broadcast live from the CAZ Sportsbook at the CAZ Sports Bar. That's every Monday from Casino, Arizona.
Over the years, Lerner Rowe has helped over 150,000 injured people recover billions of dollars for their injuries and over $1 billion in the last 5 years alone. What does that mean to you when you're looking for an attorney to handle your personal injury case? That means that Lerner Rowe is a law firm that not only has experience, but the proven results to recover money for your injuries. The insurance companies know which attorneys won't put up a fight. When you call us, we call them, and they know they have to pay.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Life's a sprint. Meet G2G protein bars. Grab and go fuel for the office, links, and daily grind. Score an 8-pack at Costco or explore flavors at G2GBar.com. Quick, delicious, power-packed G2G protein bars. Setting your pace.
Hey, it's Dom with Venezia's Pizzeria. You know us for delicious family dinners and huge party pizzas. But did you know we are great at feeding a large group too? Our full catering menu has a ton of variety, so everyone will find something they love. And the best part? We don't charge per head. Just tell us how many people you need to feed, and we'll handle the rest. Check out our catering menu at venezias.com. That's venezias.com. Venezia's, a family and catering tradition.
It's time to escape it all and make your shower feel as luxurious as a bubble bath. With new Olay Indulgent Moisture Body Wash, the sweet scent of roses and cherries surrounds you, while the thick, creamy lather covers your skin in moisturizing layers of vitamin B3 complex. It'll turn your shower into a spa. The real world will still be out there, so indulge in here just a little while longer. Available in 5 luxurious scents at your local retailer and online.
The NBA draft is less than 2 weeks away, with the Suns owning just 1 pick, the 22nd overall. No official dates for Cardinals training camp have been announced, but Coach Jonathan Gannon alluded to the team reconvening July 23rd earlier in the week. The Stanley Cup Final shifts to Edmonton for Game 3, with the Panthers up 2-0. Florida captain Alexander Barkov, who left Game 2 early with an upper body injury, is a game-time decision. I'm Frank Aaron.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy, 3-time Pro Bowler. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's. Find the perfect Father's Day gift with Macy's Gift Finder. In just a couple clicks, you'll get personalized gift ideas for every dad at every budget. Visit Macy's.com/gift finder and give love today at Macy's.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Scottsdale, located on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard in the 101.
You're live. Little Blues Traveler here on Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B. Had some good times at some Blues Travelers concert, especially one in Cincinnati in 1980.
Woo, here we go. Story time.
No, I'm not doing that, but that's your job. Hey, we're out here at Twin Peaks in Scottsdale, and I wanted to play what it sounds like when a Stanford grad is asked about Marvin Harrison, because it gives us a new word to add to our vocabulary. We always are looking to improve. We're always offering up ways for you as a listener to improve and maybe, help your kids out when you get home from work. You're driving home and you're like, oh, I got a new word for you, son, or a new word for you, daughter, and or better yet, wife, girlfriend, whatever. So here it is. This is Michael Wilson, Cards, Stanford grad, talking about one Marvin Harrison Jr.
I mean, he's really hadn't had any busts in the playbook, and I think he's very perspicacious and always seeking information and very self-aware.
Perspicacious.
Mm-hmm. Perspicacious.
Yep. Perspicacious.
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 Yes.
Having the ready insight into and understanding things.
I've never heard that word before.
I have heard it, but I've never used it. I do know.
How would you use it in a sentence?
Just how he did it right there.
No doubt.
Well, hey, I'm just not a pretty face. Here's the thing, is that it means continuing to search for knowledge. And so that is how I would have used it if I ever use that word.
Interesting how he would apply that to a wide receiver.
Yes. I mean, it really fits.
I believe I saw a story I think Doug Haller put one up on the Athletic. He had a story on this, and he said, I guess the word was also used with Andrew Luck many years ago.
Oh,
of course,
maybe that's
also
where I heard
Stanford,
it. Yes.
Stanford
That's
grad.
kind of the dialogue they have in the locker room, I guess.
Maybe that's where I heard
Can
that.
you imagine that?
Yeah.
The intellectual conversations.
A new article says the worst one-word text you can send is, what do you think it is?
Worst one-word text?
You're texting somebody and, you're responding.
I'm going to say LOL.
Okay, fair. That's a good answer.
No.
Do you text?
Of course I do.
Okay, all right. So,
No.
Jimmy, no.
I text you.
Jax?
I do text.
You do? Yeah, but what would be the worst word? You think in a conversation you think that people just don't like?
I have no idea.
I'm drawing a blank.
How about blank?
The worst one-word text that you can send is sure. S-U-R-E.
Because it's not much thought to it. It's just kind of like, all right, sure.
Sure.
Explain to me. Give me a reason why. Hey, if we go do this and this, is that going to be okay, or what do you think? Sure. Well, then you got to come back and go, well, what do you think? I mean,
Exactly.
I know exactly.
It's one of the worst. It's so open-ended.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, what do you? I mean, I asked
I'm
you.
a K.
Yeah, I'm a K. I'm a K. I am
People
too.
hate the K, and I don't care about you hate it.
I hate it.
Oh, I do that. I ask you because I know the younger demographic doesn't like K. Why is that?
It's like a pissed off version. Like, all right,
what?
Whatever. I agree.
Hey, I'll meet you at Twin Peaks at 4.
Yeah.
K. What's the matter with that? How's that a problem?
No, it sounds like you're pissed when you.
No.
I said driving all the time.
And I shouldn't be texting.
Yeah.
Or I'm at a stop light, and that's when I got a quick second before I got to go, so I have to get it in.
Okay, roll my eyes.
When Rock responds to just K, I'm glad he just responds. Just,
why is K that big a deal?
I don't get that either. I use it all the time.
It's so much easier. Why do I need to
Yeah.
write out? Oh, if I wrote out okay, is that all right?
So if you write K and then you put maybe a smiley face emoji or a smiley
he
face
doesn't have
next to it,
time.
then I'll know. Oh, he's happy.
So if I just
right.
what if I just write okay?
Perfect. Well, now
Or
that I know,
OKAY.
now I know your
It means the
text
same thing.
language. Do you respond? Okay, your girlfriend. You say K to your girlfriend.
Absolutely.
And she's fine with that.
you know what?
Yeah.
I didn't know that you.
Funny you say that. Lori does not like the just abbreviated.
Really?
Yeah, I'll say okay, sweetie. Okay, blah blah blah. Or she doesn't like me doing stuff in shorthand, like you doing good now, and she's like,
yeah.
How about? Yeah, like, what's wrong with that? How are you doing?
Because
She
they're
prefers
probably
that.
sitting on the couch, watching some stupid television show, and they have all this time. When us bringing home the bacon, we're literally working, and we don't have time to write a friggin' text out.
Busting our butt to make money.
It was funny. We first started dating. I did that a couple times. She goes, I really don't appreciate you doing shorthand. I'm like, well, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It is something that's kind of all over the internet. I'm almost at the end of the internet to find this out. But to make roads safer and prevent speeding, the question was asked, should gas pedals be harder and harder to push the faster you go?
I'm not sure I understand.
So if you're going 50
Yes.
and you want to go faster, or
Yeah.
let's say the speed limit is 55 and you want to go faster,
Yes.
The more you hit the pedal, the harder it is.
Oh,
to
so
push down.
you press the pedal.
Yes.
So you get to a certain speed, then it gets harder to press.
well, the other side of that would be, well, if you're going fast, but you have to get out of an area faster, and it's harder to press the pedal down, and there could be a danger both ways with that as well, too. So I would say no. I would say no, just because I might have to speed up.
51% of America said it's okay.
No.
Really?
No.
What if you have to?
What if you're when all the freaking snowbirds are here and they're doing 35 and a 50 and you got to get around them, you got to step on the gas.
I agree. I didn't
agree
make
with that
this
too.
up. I'm just saying, are you okay with it? Just text me.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be good.
Yeah.
No. or DR, driving. I'll use that one as well, too.
Is that what you do?
Yeah,
DR?
driving.
I would never know what that means.
I just, well.
I mean, like, that is not one of those that people use. Jax? People
You
use
use that
DR?
one?
No.
No. My wife and I use that one.
Good. You
DR.
guys have that little.
You guys
special
have
little.
you guys have code.
Oh, yeah.
Code.
'Cause if I'm driving, because I don't want her texting or talking to me while she's driving, or I don't want
She
her
can't even talk to you?
distracted.
By the way, is it illegal to talk on your phone in Arizona?
No, he's got to be hands free.
Got hands free.
Got to be hands free.
I missed that memo.
No, been a
because
couple years
a
now.
friend that got
Yeah.
pulled over the
Yeah.
other day, and I'm like,
You
I
did?
didn't know.
Really?
Literally got pulled over.
2 years now. It's got to be
Yeah.
hands free.
No, I'm always hands free, but I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you got
Sometimes
pulled over,
I am on the folks that sounds better, because
It does.
hands free.
I had a buddy of mine warned about that.
No, I got a guy that literally got pulled over and got a ticket.
Wow.
Yeah, he's driving his old truck and he's on the phone and boom, some guy was in a bed, probably woke up on the wrong side of the bed. The cop and just said,
yeah.
"All right, I'm gonna."
Jimmy, you don't have Bluetooth in your car.
I was about to say,
I
Jimmy,
do.
what do you do with your
Star Trek.
phone?
How do you do it?
it's not hooked up. I don't answer it.
You've
I
answered
don't-
me a couple times.
Well, that's different because I figured that we're late for work.
You know you get pulled over.
I know that. I'm well aware.
Hey, interact, need a check, make one call, that's all. 602-977-1900, and always at learnerroad.com. for a free consultation. Again, just call them. One call, that's all, 602-977-1900. Cardinals just wrapped up their 3-day mini camp, and I'm sure they're tired. What is the biggest takeaway from the combination of the OTAs and the mini camp? We'll catch up with Howard Balzer, who will enlighten us next on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
Behold. Trending on Fox Sports 910, Phoenix.
6-6 Mercury look to avoid slipping below 500 on the season with a win against the Aces tonight. The team side 2024 draft pick Charisma Osborne and waived Morgan Birch. The former Coyotes next season will be the Utah Hockey Club. The permanent nickname is being voted on by fans. Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final on the way with the Panthers owning a 2-0 lead as the series shifts to Edmonton. Our coverage starts at 5 here on Fox Sports 910. And the Diamondbacks put Brandon Font on the bump in their rubber match against the Angels tonight. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For tonight, partly cloudy skies, very slight chance of seeing some sprinkles out there. And then for your Friday, temperatures right around 107 with mostly sunny skies. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Let Express Employment Professionals help you hire for contract or full-time jobs. Forget about posting jobs, sifting through resumes, and interviews with unqualified applicants. Go to ExpressPros.com to find the location near you. That's ExpressPros.com.
Get ready for double the fun on the 101. Introducing the Salt River Rewards Program at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort, the Valley's newest and best. With multiple tiers and endless benefits, we've got something for everyone. Don't miss out on the excitement. Salt River Rewards, the Valley's premier player rewards program, now at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. 2 properties, 1 amazing club, offering limitless fun on the 101. Discover the best in the Valley at saltriverrewards.com.
Arena Sports Grill in Scottsdale on Bell Road is your home for billiards, poker, and trivia. And now the Roc and Manuch Amber by Huss Brewing. Stop by today and experience top sports viewing, off-track betting, daily specials, and ice-cold Roc and Manuch Amber drafts. Arena Sports Grill.
Year after year, Lerner Rowe is voted best personal injury law firm in Arizona. You may wonder why. The answer is quite simple. Lerner Rowe is so popular because we give every client excellent service and a superior experience. But also the main reason is results. We've recovered billions of dollars for our clients with over $1 billion collected in the last 5 years alone. Our phone lines are always open and our legal team is standing by right now, waiting for your call.
Lerner Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
It's Jason Payne, owner of State 48 Roofing and your sexy status roof guy on Instagram and Facebook. Lesser roofers cut corners, cobbling together patchwork roofs to meet a budget, not State 48 Roofing. Give us a call today for your maintenance, repair, or full replacement needs.
Investing in a high-quality misting system from Fogco will be the coolest decision you ever make for your home patio, pool area, or commercial property. Fogco, the Valley's original manufacturer of high-pressure fog systems, is one of the pioneers in the misting industry for over 35 years. Let Fogco transform your outdoor living and entertainment areas into a cool and soothing tropical showcase. If you're looking for quality, reliability, and
he is ready to go.
Get a free quote at fogco.com. That's FOGCO.com.
I lock up my Old Spice Fiji aluminum-free dry spray to keep that 24/7 lasting freshness safe for myself. Fresh coconuts, palm trees in the wind. It's like catching waves in Fiji. Actually, I just talked myself into a refreshing My spice is missing! No!
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them. With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise. No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures. It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Find the perfect Father's Day gift with Macy's Gift Finder. In just a couple clicks, You'll get personalized gift ideas for every dad at every budget. Visit Macy's.com/gift finder and give love today at Macy's.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Scottsdale, located on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard in the 101.
You're live. Time to talk a little Cardinal football. Howard Balzer joins us as he's part of the Cards Wire at USA Today. You can follow him on Twitter, X, HBalzer721. As all eyes were on Marvin Harrison Jr. as the Cardinals had their mini camp this week. Howard, is it noticeable how much different a Marvin Harrison Jr. is opposed to some other receivers that have come into camp over the years here?
Yeah, you can argue it's, there's a difference, but of course, I mean, when you think of DeAndre Hopkins, obviously, and being here for a few years and other guys, I mean, there's been other really good ones, but yeah, I mean, you can see the presence that he has, obviously the ability. The other day in our last off-season practice, I mean, he made a one-handed catch that, rivaled some of the one-handed catches we've seen from Odell Beckham Jr. over the years. So, you can just see this guy has it all, which isn't really a surprise because that's what you expect from the 4th overall pick in the draft.
Is he a combination of some of the receivers you just talked about there? They talked about he's got a little bit of Larry in him and this guy and that guy. I mean, when you watch him, Howard, what do you see?
I just see a guy who's got the whole package, really. And the one thing about it, the one thing we always wondered with DeAndre Hopkins, and granted he was advanced in his career at the time, but he wasn't a guy that liked to practice an awful lot, and he'd miss workouts here and there and miss practice. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. looks like a guy that all he wants to do is work, and that's why, Jonathan Gannon has talked about trying to dial him back a little bit because he doesn't want him to do too much that will affect him over the long grind of an NFL season. But, you see a guy that, like I said, that has it all, especially, aside from just the obvious ability, but also the size that certainly the Cardinals haven't had in their receiver core, for a bit of time now, guys in their prime. I mean, even Hopkins was around 6'1", and, here's Harrison at 6'3" plus, and a guy that, can go up and get the ball. He should be able to do about everything. Now, I know we're certainly increasing the expectations for what everyone hopes and thinks can happen this season, and we'll see how quickly it can all come together. But there's no reason to believe that this guy isn't going to be every bit the receiver that everyone believes that he's capable of being.
All right, when's the last time you saw everybody, anybody, and then some at their minicamp, OTAs and minicamp, and being there and being productive? It had to be a long time as far as the Cardinals organization, and unhealthy on top of that because Kyler was hurt last year.
Yeah, no, that's a big thing. There's no doubt about it. And last year there was a little bit of the drama with Budda Baker, and he wasn't he wasn't there at the OTAs. He was at the mini camp, but didn't get on the field, and so you had that. But there wasn't a lot of that. But you still had it. And around the league, we have guys, the C.D. Lambs and different players here and there who have contract issues that aren't taking part, and not only in the voluntary stuff, but even in the mandatory minicamp. So, that's part of that positive vibe that there seems to be for this season with this team because of the continuity, because of what appears to be the quality of new players that they've added. And the other big continuity that isn't talked about a lot, guys, is in the coaching staff. And I remember pointing out last year how young that coaching staff was, with a tremendous number of guys who were in their first year, either in their jobs in the NFL, like the 2 coordinators, or first year as an NFL coach and all those things. But everybody's back. I mean, I think they might be one of the only teams in the NFL that had no changes in the coaching staff at all. Nobody leaving, nobody arriving. And so whenever you can have that continuity and guys know what to expect from each other, then that bodes well for improvement. And I think that's what everyone expects from this team. How big the improvement will be has to be proved on the field. But I think that a big level of this optimism is definitely warranted.
Howard Balzer's our guest on the Wright Toyota guest line. Howard, I know all the talk, and rightfully so, is about Marvin Harrison Jr., but I have more interest in a running back, and that is Trey Benson. And James Conner obviously is the bell cow, but in recent seasons, even when he was in Pittsburgh, he had a tendency to get dinged up and miss 3, 4, 5 games throughout the course of the season. My question to you is, where is Benson right now? And in your estimation, is he the guy who could step in immediately if Connor is on the shelf?
I would think he can be. I don't think there's any doubt about it. You know, we saw last year after he was picked up that Michael Carter did a nice job, you know, here and there with getting the ball, and Amari DiMercato had some moments. But you know, Benson's a top talent. I think, you know, assuming that you know he comes along and progresses, and that he would be the number one backup. It doesn't mean there won't be snaps for some of the other guys, but he could be that guy that, you know, if Connor does miss some games, and heck, as good a season he had last year, he missed 4 games last season. But he was also strong at the end of the year. So yeah, I think Benson is a guy. I think that was maybe, I don't know if underrated 3rd round pick is the right way of describing it, but I thought that was a heck of a pick to get a guy in the 3rd round who can come in and really help your team and be a guy during games, whether, you know, even when Connor's healthy, when he's healthy, and you give him a little blow and you get, you know, Benson in there, you know, for a possession or two, you know, can definitely be a positive, because then it takes some of the pressure off of Connor of feeling that he has to take, you know, most of the touches during a game.
Why isn't Trey Benson signed yet, Howard? What's the holdup?
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, like right now, the numbers that I've looked at, there's only 14 unsigned draft picks in the NFL, and there's 3 unsigned 3rd round picks, and Benson is one of them, and the other 2 are right there in that beginning of the 3rd round. And what I believe it to be is a holdup. You know, you can look at the total dollars that will be in this contract and the signing bonus. They know what that's going to be. The question is how much of the salaries in some of the years are guaranteed. And because there are, you know, 1st round picks get everything guaranteed. You know, 2nd round picks normally get 2 or 3 years guaranteed. 3rd round picks is a little different. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2, and it tends to be the guys at the top of the round. And so I'm sure a lot of the negotiation now is what those guaranteed dollars will be, and not necessarily this year where it's the minimum salary anyway, but in the 2nd and 3rd year of this contract. And I think that's what's holding it up. And none of these agents of these 3 guys want to be the first one to make the deal, because then that then affects what happens with the other 2. So they'll get done. I don't think there's any doubt about it. At some point, it's going to happen before training camp. But I think that's a reason that, you know, like I said, there's 14 unsigned picks. I think the number is, I believe it's like 7 or 8 first round picks now, 3 2nd round picks, and 3 3rd rounders. And so you wouldn't think the 3rd rounders would be unsigned, and I think that's the case with the 2nd round picks too, is the total guaranteed dollars that will be in those deals.
The penalty was handled out today for the Atlanta Falcons. Philadelphia Eagles got off the hook for a tampering charge for Saquon Barkley. The Atlanta Falcons did not for their tampering, apparently, with quarterback Kirk Cousins. Your thoughts on the penalty, and is that something that the NFL is going to do more of?
Well, you know, first of all, the only time that these things occur is when someone opens their mouth, and you know, and that's what Cousins did, and that's the, you know, if no one talks about it, then no one knows a lot of times what happens. I think we'll have more of these teams doing it, because what the league is sending a message is that you go ahead and do this, and we're not going to come down that hard on you. I mean, it wasn't just Cousins. It was also 2 other free agents they signed, Darnell Mooney and Charlie Warner, that there was all impermissible contact. And for 3 different guys that you ended up signing, it cost them just a 5th round draft pick. So to me, that's a slap on the wrist, and it sends a message to the other teams that, hey, even if you break the rules and you get caught, it's not going to really cost you a whole bunch. And I think that's an issue the NFL has, because they're not very consistent with these things.
Well, and Howard, fans get confused because there's legal tampering and then there's illegal tampering.
Yeah.
I mean, this must have occurred before the legal tampering. I mean, I guess a lot of folks, even I'm like, well, what's the difference? So what?
No, here's the deal with those guys, is that during that, and I always not first of all, if it's tampering, you don't have to say it's legal during a certain time because tampering is by itself illegal.
Right.
However, in that legal negotiating period, which is about 2.5 days before the start of the league year, is that there can be talks with the player's agent. However, there can be no contact between team officials and conduct with Cousins and the other two guys with members of the Falcons organization during that negotiating period. And that's where they got nailed, but they hardly got nailed. And so, that's the issue with it.
Are you buying into and enjoying Coach Gannon? It seems like he is just this offseason getting so much positive press on being a player's coach, giving these guys off time, and you feel that he is that guy that we're seeing in the media. I mean, you're part of it. You're the one that's getting this information, but it just seems like it's hard not to like the guy.
No, I think you're 100% right. And I go back to last year where Mike Florio came out and talked about how he can't motivate men. Right? They took a little clip from one of the Cardinals' social media posts. It was like a 20-second pick or a 20-second clip, I should say, and just totally mischaracterized it. I mean, that's not the full picture, obviously, of the relationship that Gannon has forged with these players, and of course, notably Kyler Murray. He's just real. I mean, you can tell he's not phony. He is what he is. He has a certain way of doing things. And we've heard Kyler Murray say numerous times since last year and said it this year about how that this regime now with Monty Ossenfort and Jonathan Gannon hold players accountable. And players want that. I mean, I think they really do. And when the players know that they're being treated equally and fairly, then they're going to respond. And I think we've seen that with the whole team first attitude, the type of guys that they're bringing in. And yeah, I mean, it definitely appears that this guy is an excellent leader. Obviously, it takes more than that to win games, how hard it is to win games in the NFL. But if you don't have that, it's awful tough, I think, to build that team chemistry. And, he's getting buy-in, especially from the leaders of the team, like Connor, like Buda Baker. We can go down the list. There's not a lot of them, but they're key guys. And then the younger players follow that, and they realize the importance of it. And I think it's a tremendous positive when you're trying to build a team in the ultimate team sport that exists in all of pro sports.
Howard, good stuff as always, man. Have a good weekend. Thanks for the time.
My pleasure, guys. Take care.
Howard Balzer joining us here on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. It's good to see that he agrees with the notion that Jonathan Gannon is the guy here in the Valley, because he just seems like a good dude, but, you're not going to win games in the offseason.
I was just going to say that right there, Rock. It's all well and good, but it's all about the wins and loss record. And, obviously, I think he's got the postal locker room, changing the culture, keeping guys here. But what Howard said there as far as keeping your coaching staff together, again, is very rare. And I think the players like that because of continuity, the same play, the same voices, and they can build off of that. So that's another one of those key pluses that I'm sure Jonathan Gannon has instilled in this team to have everybody there. I mean, the players, new players, but the coaching staff, that's vital to them progressing on both sides of the ball.
One more to go. Roc and Manuch, Fox Sports 910.
Valley traffic from the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
202 Red Mountain Freeway westbound off-ramp to Priest. We have an accident off to the side. 101 Price Freeway northbound near Baseline Road. The right auxiliary lane is blocked. And 17 southbound near Deer Valley Road, a crash.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. The Cravings Value Menu from Taco Bell. 10 items each for just $3 or less, including faves like the cheesy double beef burrito, loaded beef nachos, and the 3-cheese chicken flatbread melt at participating U.S. stores while supplies last. Price varies. Tax extra. Double seasoned beef compared to the Burrito Supreme.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, historic rivalries tip off with shareable bites, and every shot you take is a game winner. All season long, you're ballin' with 29-degree beer, courtside seats, and scenic views. I mean, where else can you pair wall-to-wall hoops with hard-to-find whiskey? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites.
Beat the heat with a patio misting system from Fogco. Let Fogco design the perfect misting system for your patio. pool, or leisure areas. Stay cool all summer with Fogco Patio Misters. Get a free quote at fogco.com. That's FOGCO.com. Fogco, serving the Valley for over 35 years.
Choosing the right lawyer after a car wreck is important. You need to consider the law firm's experience, results, and reputation. Lerner Rowe stands above other law firms when it comes to experience and results, helping over 150,000 people recover billions of dollars for their injuries. When it comes to reputation, we have thousands of 5-star reviews, and year after year, we have been voted best personal injury law firm in Arizona. Call us today and let us put our experience, proven results, and reputation to work for you.
Lerner Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Arizona's largest locally owned A-plus BBB rated towing company is All City Towing. They're always looking to add motivated and competitive team members. Do you fit the bill? If so, head on over to allcitytowing.com/careers for more information.
Life's a sprint, and you need a quick pick-me-up. Meet G2G Protein Bars, the ultimate grab-and-go meal replacement. Whether you're hustling in the office, enjoying a day on the links, or conquering the daily grind, G2G is your perfect fuel. Score an 8-pack at your local Costco's refrigerated section, or explore amazing flavors at G2GBar.com. Quick, delicious, and power-packed. G2G Protein Bars, setting the pace for your energetic lifestyle.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like choosing Derek Jeter as the pinch hitter for your baseball team.
Jeter, you're in. We need a home run.
I'll give it a try. I've swung a bat once or twice.
That's out of here. Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Scottsdale, located on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard in the 101.
You're live. Back here at Twin Peaks Scottsdale. By the way, all 5 locations right now got a BOGO going on their bone-in wings. Just get yourself a large draft or soda or tea, and you get a buy one, get one with their bone-in. Their bone-in wings are outstanding. Check that out. What's on tap here is tonight, not much going on other than the NHL. You got 5 o'clock from Rogers Place in Edmonton as Florida 6-2 on the road during the playoffs. But when you look at Edmonton, they're outstanding at home. I believe they're 6-2 at home. So should be a good one tonight. We had Steve Peters on the program live from up there, and he feels that Edmonton's going to come out firing away today. And Connor McDavid in the top 4, the big 4, will finally get on the scoreboard because they're scoreless. And that hopefully will make a difference to make this a series. So it can go more than 4, unlike what we saw in the NBA. And the Boston Celtics yesterday just taking another commanding win over Dallas. And I think that series is going to – I think it'll go one more. I think they'll give Dallas the one.
You think so, really?
I think it all has to do with, the NBA players saying, Adam Silver – we know that you could use another game that's multi-million dollars to everybody.
Yeah.
And Adam's saying, he's calling Brown and Tatum and say, hey, dude, no. Wouldn't you rather win at home? Wouldn't you rather win at home?
Rock, as we know.
You can celebrate on your court.
As we know.
Come on. It's how it works, Manuch. You're going to tell me, I know you're going to fight this question, but if the commissioner called you and said, hey, Dan, it would be so cool for the Buffalo fans to see you win a championship in Buffalo.
There's no guarantee win in Buffalo.
We want you to win on your own soil. Why do you want to win in Dallas? Why would you want to win in Dallas?
I was going to say, maybe Adam Silver made a hit to the officials to Let's give those Mavericks a few
Leave
more.
Luka in the game. Not foul them
don't
out.
call those calls that were. I mean, I know it's just so funny how I'm sitting there thinking about that, Rock. That something's going to happen. To at least give them 1 more, 2 more games to kind of feel the love for a lot of folks from that.
You can't do. Obviously, we're having fun here. You can't do that because if indeed Dallas wins Friday and you're headed back to Boston, I'm just telling you, the Mavs played a great game.
Exactly.
Game 2 there.
Anything can happen.
They only lost by 5, and they trailed by 3 in that before that big
Dallas
took
is
place.
favored.
Yeah, they
Okay.
were on their home court.
They're favored for game 4.
Yes, they were favored for game 3 as well.
Those guys, those so-called wise guys, know a lot more than we do.
Yeah.
I will put my money on the Mavs.
I think that the main
hands
reason,
down.
Yeah, because the main reason was Porzingis was questionable. So
Correct.
It went from 1.5 to 2.5.
Yes.
So what is it now? Is it 1.5? Is what Dallas is favored by?
1 right now.
Yeah, 1 right now. Hey guys, our State 40 Roofing. It's your call question of the day. Do you have a problem with renaming college conferences like the AT&T 12, the State Farm 12, or All State 12, potentially replacing the Big 12 name? You can go to @Roc and Manuch on Twitter. Is it yes? You say no, or WTF? 71.4% said no, and 28.6% said what? WTF? Be careful there. But I don't care.
The
You know
thing
what?
that I understand with a game 5, it's Monday night, not Sunday.
Oh, that
They're
Father's
missing the
Day.
boat.
Yeah.
We on Father's Day?
Oh man,
Come on. Hey, appreciate you tuning in. Thanks to Twin Peaks. We'll do it again tomorrow, begin 1 o'clock at Wright Toyota.